Maxi, do we have sound?
Yeah, I have some.
Awesome. Welcome to Skottie Talk with Tyler and
Almost,
Dustin.
almost. Well, I
Almost.
was
Oh
just
no.
crossing
Oh
my
no.
fingers. I was crossing my.
Same,
Oh,
yeah,
good.
hoping, yeah.
Whew, take a breath. We're there. Welcome everybody to episode 74 of Skottie Talk, our March 11th edition with Tyler and Dustin. He's Tyler, I'm Dustin, and we have special guest artist Maxi Dall'O on. Hey Maxi,
Yeah.
how's it going tonight?
How's it going? Thanks for having me, guys.
I moved you to the middle so people
Okay.
could see you whenever we have comments. By the
Now
way.
is an interview. Like
That's
I feel the
well, no.
pressure.
I'll
Yeah,
just say,
don't
yeah,
do-
now, yeah, we're just sandwiching them, yeah.
yeah. We don't like pressure, Maxi. So I'll move Tyler to the middle next. See, Seth putting, are we actually live? Congrats. Okay, thank you, Seth. That very contributed. All right. Well, glad to have you on, Maxi. Maxi joined us
Yeah.
about a half hour ago, so we got to know him a little bit better. And I have to tell you, this is going to be a treat for everyone. I'm building this one up. I'm hyping this one up. No pressure, Maxi. But this one, after meeting Maxi for just a very brief period of time at OAX, me and Tyler have just been gushing over just how sweet of a fellow he is and how humble of a guy he is. And we were really looking forward to bringing him to you all tonight. And I don't think anybody will be disappointed by Maxi.
No,
Go,
not at
Maxi.
all.
It was nice to meet you guys in OAX. And I don't remember if it was the first time you went to OAX or not.
Yes.
Yeah, it was
It's the
first,
first
yeah,
time,
first
okay.
for us,
Both.
so, yeah.
But we
Yeah.
had seen some of your work from. So was this your second or third time at OAX?
It's third time. I've been
Third time.
from beginning, yeah.
I
And
just say
it-
since the beginning, yeah, so,
Wow.
it's crazy. It's crazy how it grow every year, because I went in the first one, and how it changed, and all the people, every year is more people coming, and
yeah. Yeah, I think they said they had like up to 1,000 people the whole weekend
Yeah.
total, so. And then I heard
Wow.
that this year was the first they had 2 rooms. Last year was still 1, but this year they had 2 separate rooms, so.
yeah, and, there was the card ones, and then the comic, and I think this year was illustration cards, and the
Okay.
Jack Kirby museum thing, and
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll get to that in a little bit, but because we actually have your piece that you contributed to the auction that was related right after the Kirby Awards, and me and Tyler had no idea you were sitting behind us. That was a fun experience. So we'll talk about that in a little bit whenever we talk about OAX. But it was just an overall great weekend. It was a lot of fun.
Yeah, it was a super fun show. I definitely look forward to going back next year for sure. So
Yeah, and every year is the same to me. Is there's a lot of great art to see, like great original art, and every year I say, okay, this time I'm gonna take my time. I'm not gonna take many commissions, and I want to walk and see art, and then I end up taking a lot of commissions and working, but it's for collectors is the best show, I think.
Well, you've got to take your talent down a notch, because if you keep your talent like it is, people are going to keep wanting commissions. It's Carl. Carl is on here. He picked up a commission.
He was
from
there.
you.
Yeah.
He was singing your praises as well.
Carl was from the beginning too. He's a great guy. He's the nicest guy. Yeah.
Yeah, it was wonderful. Yeah, meeting him as well. And that was it's separate, smaller card and illustration rooms last year, but yeah, the first 2 big rooms for this year. That makes sense. Then yeah, so
yeah, I think they're gonna have to, change the location soon. Maybe in a couple of years. It's every year it's growing.
Yeah.
Well, the talent they can collect, present company included. I mean, it's pretty impressive what they get to come to the show for the weekend and to be as immersive as it is with the original art. I mean, it's hard. Even though we talked about it, it's like, all right, what are we going to do for the other 5 hours we're there? And before you blinked, and it was like closing time. It was just the time went by so fast. It was amazing how much there was to look at and kind of take in at the show.
So you had Sorry, go ahead.
No. I mean, it's you need days to go through every booth, and not just the artists, also the collectors who bring their art to sell.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. That's another thing that I didn't get to. I mean, really, I was in the main room where you were not the card room, but it's like 3:30, and I remembered Walt Simonson was there, and that
Yeah, like
and he was on my list to go see early in the morning, but it's just time got away from you because there was so many people to see and talk to.
So many booths, and like you said, yeah, just the conversations you'll have with people. You only had one day. I added on a day for 2 days, and
That's
even
right.
then, I needed at least another day or two on top of that. So
yeah, many people leave early because of the snowstorm.
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah,
Yeah.
Carl was one of them.
wild.
Yeah,
Carl was trying to get back to Philly or Pennsylvania, so he was trying to get out of there as soon as he could. But yeah, that was coming in at the perfect time for everyone to miss flights and have things canceled. Oh, sorry, you
Yeah.
got Keith up there. Hey, Keith, what's going on, bud?
How's going, Keith?
But we'll talk a little bit more about OAX later. Let's get to Maxi's pride and joy here.
Sure.
Yeah, so,
Such a great photo. I loved seeing this photo when you posted it. Like just you with your newborn child holding up your new child with Lost Fantasy. It's so good.
It was funny when I saw that in the advertising, or like the picture you choose.
Well, yeah, we were trying to pick two pictures that like perfectly, I think, when you
Yeah,
think of
and
Maxi, this is what I think of. So
yeah, I have to do an update of my picture because I'm using the same picture from like 5-6 years ago.
I don't feel too bad because Brett Bean was on our show a couple of weeks, and I've seen he popped on probably about 20 podcasts, and I think they recycled the same picture that we probably used, I think, 2 years ago when he was on our show.
I was gonna say some people's are older than that. I mean, we've had people who I'm like, is this their most? I'm like, you don't look like your photo. I'm like, I can't find a more recent photo than this. So you're doing a better job than most.
Yeah. Which, how old is this picture here? Because to me, side by side, you look pretty close to it. So, is this an older picture? Is this one that's for like a year old, or are we talking 4 years old?
The first one, it's I don't know how many years ago, like 5-6 years ago.
Oh wow! Okay.
I don't remember which publisher asked me for a picture, and I think it was my honeymoon, and I asked my wife to take a picture for that.
That's a pretty good photo. I thought this was like a professionally done one. So
it looks really good. Yeah.
No, yeah, she's great. And in the second one, you can see the lack of sleeping.
That's great. Yeah, Seth said you're aging like a fine wine. So that's a high praise from Seth.
Was this your first time seeing Lost Fantasy in stores on the shelves, or?
Yeah, that one is issue 7, so it's the second issue that I did of the feeling. Yeah, but it's great when you see your stuff on the shelf.
Yeah.
No,
that's super cool. Yeah.
That isn't here in Dallas.
Yeah, I was going to ask which comic shop that was at if you want to give them a shout out here, but
I think it's Madness Comics and Games. It's in Plano. I don't know if you are familiar. I don't know where you are based.
Oh, Tyler's Florida, and I'm from Kentucky.
Florida, yeah.
Kentucky, okay.
I lived in Texas a little bit when I was a wee baby with my dad when he was in the Army, but I don't remember any of that.
It probably wasn't around back then, but
yeah.
Now, you said that you've been so busy because we asked you this for a question later on, but is there any comics that you used to read? Because you said you haven't had time to really read anything here.
When you guys asked me that before the show, I realized how long I've been not reading anything.
Yeah.
But I mentioned this because I was pretty. It was pretty fun
the Tower Dungeon. Yeah.
It became pretty popular. A friend of mine recommended me, and I'm having a lot of fun with this. The pace and the world building. It's a good story and really well done. Yeah, this is what I've been reading lately.
No, that's cool. I added it to my list. I haven't been reading as much manga lately, but I hadn't heard of that one, so I was like, oh, I'll have to add this one to my list to pick up at some point. So
yeah, I started hearing a lot of people talking about that, and I read Blame from the same author. I don't know if you are familiar with that one.
No, I hadn't heard of that one either. Yeah.
Blame and this one too, which is
okay. Yeah, I saw you holding that up earlier. Possums. Yeah, possums.
yeah.
Huh.
Yeah. Blame is I think Blame
out.
is his most popular title.
Yeah.
It's like his White Album, you know, the one who became him popular. And yeah, but I didn't, you know, and this happened to me often. This when I'm reading or maybe watching a movie, I feel guilty because I know that I have to be doing pages. So it's in the back of my head is, you know, I can't enjoy a movie because I know that even if, you know, watching movies or reading books is part of my work is reference all the time.
Research,
And but it happened to me, you know, like I read a couple of pages and then I leave the book and start working and then another couple of pages and so on. And also, I mean, with this.
Oh yeah, Man's Best. Yeah, I saw that recently. I needed to look more into it because it caught my eye. The cover did.
Yeah, I guess I have to do something with animals in a project. And you know, Jesse Lonergan is great with animals, and this is like a story with animals that are, you know,
That's really cool. Yeah. No, I definitely. Yeah, you've got some great recommendations that I'm looking forward to picking up. So.
And Tyler's not joking. Whenever he talks about taking notes for people's recommendations, he really does. He, like any movies or TV shows, he has a list and he will follow up on them. So
yeah, I was gonna say normally it was funny because when you sent Tower, I immediately went and added it to my read list. So I'll have to do that with the others as well.
Yeah, and manga. I mean, I reference a lot with manga. I probably don't read enough. But manga is, you know, is faster and this is a great story. I like fantasy, so it's I recommend this to you guys. It's a nice book. I think there's 5 issues.
I think I saw 4 or 5 volumes out so far.
And it's been a long time that I didn't, you know, like wait for something to came out. Like this, you know, feeling that way for the book that came out, and it's happening with this.
I think that's my favorite feeling. I love the feeling. I love being able to find something that I can read as much of it as I want, but I love the stuff that's coming out that's new that I have to keep up with as it releases, because especially if you're excited about it, it's like, oh man, I can't wait for the next volume to come out, or you know, to be able to read it when it drops. So
yeah, sure.
Yeah, there's something about absorbing everything at one setting, and then there's nothing else to look forward to after that. It gets kind of rough with whether it be a TV show, a book, or anything like that. It gets to the point where that anticipation's gone away, and you almost forget it as quickly as you absorbed it.
Yeah, sure, for sure, yeah. And I am a like one shot guy, you know, like more. I consume more one shot things, and yeah.
No, that's
wait for the trade and that kind of things.
That's understandable, but
it's a lot of great thing out, and you know, I don't have the time to, you know, read everything.
Yeah,
but there's a lot of great stuff right now. I think this year and last year, one of the best things.
Yeah,
but the recent years, you mentioned everything is doing great books.
Well, no, Maxi, 100% agree. Yeah. Speaking of great books, we're about to get into some of your great books here in a second. But first, I don't know if you've ever watched a show, and Lord help you if you have. But we've got to open up the club, Maxi. Welcome to the Certified Good Buddy Club. You are now a member of mine and Tyler's club.
Everybody we have on the show, every guest we have, becomes a Certified Good Buddy. So
I have to just cut my hand or something, and
no. no, if you want to, but we don't recommend it. Yeah, just on our next commission, just a little 1 drop of blood's all we ask. But
you can smear some ink, do that instead, so you're not having to.
We got huge fan of Maxi, man.
Maxi. There you go.
Yeah, and there's quite a few new names that we've had pop in here, Maxi. So I think you're hosting this afternoon. It's you do have quite a fan base here. So thank you all for joining us. If it's your first show, we do this like Tyler said. That we do this with every new guest we have. So when Maxi comes back on, he'll just be a certified good buddy from the start. But we want to thank. This is our way of thanking. We first said we're sorry, but thank you, Maxi, for spending time with us this afternoon. And you said interview. We don't like using that word. This is more of a hangout. We just have fun. We kind of get a little loose. But we just thank you for your time. And we'll get into talking a little bit more about Maxi now. So as you mentioned off the air, you are our first guest that was born in Argentina. So congratulations. That's good. But
this,
this is some of the properties that you've worked for, and you've got a pretty extensive list, and we're going to get through each and every one of these here in just a minute. But as you look at all these different publishers and different companies, does it kind of blow you away of how much you've put out there and kind of your collection that you've developed at such a young age?
Yeah, I look older, but I have 33. Just turned February 24.
So how nice! As I say, you're my age then, so I'm the opposite, where everybody thinks I'm way younger. So
Tyler's 17, Tyler's 33, and I'm 44. So I've kind of got that same problem, Maxi. But 4 kids, I feel like I'm about 70, like you said earlier. So it can age us pretty quickly. But no, 33, you've developed quite the portfolio here for everything that you've accomplished at such a young age. So we'll get into each of these a little bit. We're going to not take up a whole lot of your time, but the first thing we'll talk about, and just the title for this one, Endlessly Reincarnated Man as Space Cowboy. This was Jack Harn's The Steel Cowboy. Do you remember much about this title? Is there anything you can tell us about this one?
Yeah, it was many years ago, and it was one of the first things that I did in comics. It was a very independent thing at Kickstarter, because I have a kind of a strange career, because I think I'm in early stages, start putting out things out just a couple of years ago, even if I'm doing this for a couple of years. Because back in Argentina, I used to work as a teacher and then designing characters or, other kind of work. And this was the first time that I was doing sequential art. It was just a writer that contacted me, and we start doing this. And
really,
I think he self-published a couple of issues.
There's some web comics that you could download for these too if you got there.
I lost track of it. Was literally like more than 10 years or something. Like I lost track of what happened with that, but it was my first like sequential like issues. And there's a fun story about how I got that job. I was in New Mexico, and my sister-in-law saw on Craigslist that someone was looking for an artist for a science fiction on literally on Craigslist.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
And I meet the guy because he was from New Mexico. We met at a McDonald's or something. We started talking about it.
That's a good story.
That's great. I love that. That's how this came about then, yeah.
Well, and you can look at the image on the right there, which was a variant cover that you did for this book. And just seeing that your commissions now, we had talked about it, and everybody will see these later on in the show for people that may not be familiar, but all your commissions have that certain cover quality to the artwork that you do. And I saw this and it was like instantly recognizable. I was like, yeah, that's Maxi. But whenever you started doing these type of covers, and then now you've kind of transitioned and you do all the commissions that you did at OAX, what decision did you make to kind of fill them kind of edge to edge and fill it as much as you could with what topics that you're given?
When you say edge to edge, what do you mean with that? Like
using like the whole page,
buildings, just everything that you.
I it's probably a psychological problem that I need to feel, like
don't.
But I think, well, this is probably, my commissions as well as had a lot of information sometimes. I think it's something about the style, when in that particular image I think I use gray tones, like
the zip
the
tones,
manga
yeah.
one. I think I use zip tones, but digital zip tones, if I remember correctly.
It looked like it on the truck, itself, you could tell.
Yeah, but it's as your commissions, I don't plan much, with the years I start doing more loose pencils when I do pages or I do commissions, and I polish and I finish my drawings with ink. Sometimes it's because I feel more comfortable doing that, or sometimes it's because I don't have much time to finish that. But talking about composition and how I feel the pages, it's intuition, like
that's really cool. And
or the kinetic lines and kinetic. I use a lot of kinetic lines. I have a lot of manga influence, and yeah.
Well, Tyler, you would have got a kick out of this, as I was looking through Maxi's Instagram feed and like really early on, and I always butcher the name. Studio
Ghibli.
Yeah, Ghibli. He did some commission work. Yeah, of Studio Ghibli, and I thought, I got to show this to Tyler, and I forgot to send it to you. But
this is a Nausicaa poster.
Oh, wow! So it's who's that from?
Nausicaa, of the Valley of the Wind, from Studio Ghibli. I think the first movie.
Yeah. Is it a piece? Is just a print or an actual?
Yeah, it's a print. No, it's a print.
Oh, okay. I was like, is that original art? I was about to be like, holy cow!
Tyler's eyes lit up.
No.
Nausicaa, it's a gorgeous film. I recently rewatched it, and it wasn't as high up on my list, but it's gotten higher rewatching it because it's just such a pretty film. So
I have the manga, like the 2 books. There's 2 fat books. And
I still need to read that. Yeah, the actual manga itself. So
it's one of my favorites.
Final Grid. Just got there. So I need to get mine. I need to read that still. So
it's my favorite book of all times. Yeah.
Studio Ghibli, they do such great work. So
yeah, Tyler has talked about him with several guests on here, and it seems to be like every artist that we have on that we've mentioned them to all have a story about them in some form or fashion.
Yeah.
And we jump forward a little bit to the heavy metal.
Heavy metal,
issue 306, and the story by Michael J. Ruiz Unger and Maxi Dall'O. It was hard to find art for this without buying the book, but Maxi, you had a copy of the book on Instagram, and you had flipped through the pages.
Yeah, I have the book. Yeah, I have the book here. Yeah, and this is one of my first not published work, but I would say published work for a well-known publisher.
Yeah.
Then I did some. They released a few years ago a series of graphic novels as well, and I did some variant covers for that, but I don't have those books. I don't have those books.
Okay.
I just have 1 or 2 copies of this.
Yeah. You said, heavy metal is a big one. So I don't. I think I've got 1 cover that I grabbed of an issue, but that's super cool. Like you said, to have it be the first one that's more recognizable by name. I'm curious. I don't know if you found this, Dustin. Who colored your work here? Was this the first? I guess we didn't see the interior of the other pieces, but
it's the same color as that Jack Irons is Steve Cannon. He's not working for Image. He's coloring a lot of stuff on Image.
Was it Nectar? Did he do? There was some one of the new comics, Narcos or Nectar. I believe he did the coloring.
Yeah.
Okay.
I can't remember which one of those.
But he's coloring Spawn and many stuff. He grew a lot of with all over the years.
That's super cool. Yeah.
Yeah, and we basically start together. We check items, doing like some independent things, and we now sometimes I met him. He's from, I think he used to live in Los Angeles. We met a couple of years ago, and he's doing a lot of stuff right now.
That's super cool. Yeah,
it's fun to grow in an industry with that, especially with names that you see that you kind of are reoccurring.
Yeah, you cross paths
with.
Yeah, you cross paths and that.
Oh, you all! I mean, everybody's in the same boat. Everybody wants to achieve success in the hobby, so in the career. So I mean, seeing what you've done and what Steve has done as well, that's pretty impressive. So now this is Maxi. You'll have to explain this one a little bit to me. The Kids and Monsters, because there was like individual comics. It looked like we're set in FOCs, and then this one was a trade that came out. Looked like a collected version of it that you had a copy of. Was this an ongoing series, or did this just end up being like a graphic novel?
No, it was a graphic novel.
Okay.
It was a graphic novel. We did this book. It almost published through a publisher, but I don't know what happened. But things get slow, and then you know, like nothing happened with it. So I really like this book. You know, like.
Yeah,
the vibe of the book, I really enjoyed doing that, and it was a bummer that not seeing that in the shelves. And I have because I bring some stuff, and I have a black and white version of that book too. So it's
we haven't. I'm gonna try blowing you up. Hopefully, we don't lose your audio. Let us know if you can still hear us. Cool. But yeah,
I love that. Any sketch kind of version.
And was this a kick? Oh, sorry.
Yeah. I don't have any color versions because I saw every copy. Wow. I don't lose the audio, so we're good with that.
Okay.
I didn't know that you were showing that because I had some original out of that, but yeah, I have to look at it. But it's I really like that book. I really like that book. It's a kind of Stranger Things, but with
some monster with more monsters, more variation of monsters. It looked like a fun read, and that's why I was trying to get a little bit more information on it, because I pulled it up on like eBay, Amazon, trying to find more. And I couldn't find a whole lot out about it, but it looked like something that I would really recommend to our audience.
Same.
I think I can talk with the writer. Probably he had some copies, and there were plans for a second part because it not end in that book. I would love to jump back on that project someday.
Cool.
That's really cool.
For anybody waiting too, Maxi has brought some original art that he's going to showcase. So once we get through all of his work that he's did, we're going to blow him up and let him go piece by piece and just kind of talk about it whatever he wants to, and you'll get to see some of his work that helped make these books that we're looking at here.
And okay.
I need to check out that at some point if I can get my hands on it. So
that's why I wanted to include that. There were some other books and I wanted to make sure and include that, mostly because I was curious about finding more information about it, because it looked like something that was a really good read.
Yeah, and there were, if I remember correctly, there were like idea of doing a show, but everything dissolved in the space and time. Because like comics and movies and everything is a slow process, and sometimes things got canceled. Unfortunately, but I think that is the book that I enjoy the most doing it. And that book, Mike Spicer colored that book, and I was like, I love Mike Spicer work.
I was gonna say, you worked together on Lost Fantasy as well, which I saw. So that's cool to know that he also colored your work on that book too. So
no, he didn't work. He didn't work in Lost Fantasy.
He didn't. Oh, I thought I saw his name on Lost Fantasy.
No. I had seen it in Kids and Monsters. I know Tyler's a fan of Spicer, so that's why I wanted to make sure. That's another thing. I'm glad you mentioned that, Maxi, because Tyler has talked offline about him before, and
it's funny enough, he lives in my area. He
yeah.
dropped
Oh,
off. I
he's
found out
from.
'cause he dropped off, free books, and I was able to go to a coffee shop that's near him and pick up his Transformers he gave. So
Yeah, when the writer told me that he was going to bring Mike for colors, I was like so excited about that.
yeah, I
And
keep seeing his name more and more. So yeah,
I have to work again someday. But he also colored a couple of pages of a short story with the same writer, but he did a great job with Kids and Monsters. I mean, he's one of those colors that you don't have to give notes and notes, and
knows how to,
makes your job a lot easier
too. So
I'm sorry.
I was just gonna say he seems like a great guy too. So
yeah, he's a great guy. I never met him in person. We just chat a couple of times. He's a really nice guy. Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome. Now, as we jump over to your Image comic run for Last Fantasy, where you did the cover, and I say you did a cover for issue 5. As Tyler said, you had like 5 covers for issue 5. It was Tyler messaged me and said he's got 5 covers, and I was like, I know, I didn't realize you had that many, and some of them were the, maybe the black and white version, but it was still. You did 3 separate ones that were completely different for this run. Plus, you did
for issue 5, I did this one.
Yeah.
I did
we
Zelda homage cover. That one.
Yeah, we got that one there. Yeah, I had to do a little digging to find the video game cover that it was based on there. And then you did the
team up cover. Yeah. Team up.
So that was, I mean, that's got to be, what kind of deadline was that to have to do 3 covers plus all the
3 separate,
I think it was pretty fast. Yeah, I'm not the. I think not the first 2, but I remember the team up cover. The writer just asked me, we need a team up cover, and I was so excited to draw Youngblood.
Oh yeah,
this is one of the first covers that I drew, popular characters. So I wanted to do it right.
Do it well, yeah.
Do it well.
Absolutely.
No, for sure. I mean, you did. I mean, it looks fantastic. So.
And I was looking to
but
see.
Yeah, it was 3 covers. Three covers for issue, and this series has a lot of variant covers with video games, homage covers.
Yeah, I love all the stuff they do with PlayStation and Final Fantasy and all that kind of stuff. Has been fun to see. So.
Yeah, and I did 2 more for the next issues. I think it's issue 10. I did one of Metal Gear Soldier. The one with the tree in the. I'm not a gamer, so I don't know which number of but I think it's 8 or
Yeah, one of the ones that you did, I had to look at. I'm not a gamer either, Maxi, so I knew it was a Final Fantasy, but I was going 1, and then I'd Google 2, then I'd Google 3, then
I had to.
It was like number 8, I think was one, so it took me a while to get there. So for issue 9, Carl's.
Yeah, I had to Google. I had to Google all the homage that I had to do, because when the writer told me we need an homage cover for Lost Fantasy is an homage of Final Fantasy VIII. I don't have any idea of the cover, so I have to. So I did one. I think it came out today or maybe next, and then it's Final Fantasy VIII homage cover, and then
I think that's April. I think that was it. Well, we're going to show that one here in a little bit, but I think FOC was just this past week or for that one, if I'm not mistaken. You might have to correct me. I had copied it, but yeah, we've got a picture of the PlayStation game too for Final Fantasy VIII, and
I used to play PlayStation when I was a kid, but then I think the last thing I played was Xbox 360.
Oh gosh, yeah.
I was gonna say I played PlayStation, but I unfortunately missed Metal Gear and Final Fantasy myself, so I unfortunately also don't have the connection to those.
See, there's one other. Yeah, I was trying to on splash page art, which we're going to promote here in a little bit. This cover and this cover are both available for sale still on there. So if you
Yes.
go to
Yeah. Go on.
No. I was just going to say, if you go check out, and we've got a spot.
I was
where
say when we plug it, we'll have the link and everything. So yeah, we can do that when we get to it. So,
but just if you see these covers and like them, just remember that. So whenever we get to the plug,
I was going to show you. I've been collecting all the black and white covers for Lost Fantasy. So I've got your
oh, nice.
Your ones there. So see if I can get those in there.
Yeah. I had to leave a lot of negative space on the top because the title is really
big. Yeah, I know. Yeah, they love. Yeah, it's got to be something that's interesting to work with, like to work around. Having to like you said, leave that space because it's going to get filled later on with the logo.
Yeah, and those I can't show those original covers because Mark have all of them. He has all of them, and I just have just 2-3 pages that I keep for me. But he has all the covers and the pages for sale. Yeah. I think they're on the website as well.
Yeah. Whenever we've got a section where Tyler's got a QR code where people can scan to go to the website for your art. So we'll make sure and promote that here in a second. And for anybody that the issue 5 and 6 they were released in November and December. Issue 9 with Maxi's variant comes out April 22nd. So make sure and get that pre-ordered or go to your comic shop to ask. You can pull all the Lost Fantasies, but make sure and get Maxi's more than anybody else's. So
there you go.
And we've got an image of that here in a little bit too. But how did your bout on, because the artist that did issues 1 through 4 and then jump back in after you got through with your guest spot, how did you end up getting that job for for Lost Fantasy?
I think we start following each other with the writer, and he was on New York Comic Con 2024, and I was there, but we didn't met. We started talking through email, Instagram, and he was so kind to like invite me to do 2 issues, 5 and 6, and I was when he told me, because I didn't familiar with the story, and I really like that mixed between, I don't know if you read about it, it's between magic, big swords, but at the same time dead motels, and and it was a good fit, I think, for me. So he offered me 2 issues, and at the same time we were doing a different thing. We were start working in another thing for pitch, like a couple of pages, and when we were working on that, he asked me to, if I remember correctly, right? It was like maybe there's some.
Oh no, close enough. We were working.
Yeah. And then I worked in those 2 issues, and now we are doing a new thing together.
Okay.
With them. But we start talking, and he offered me just out of the blue, hey, do you want to join for 2 issues? And he told me that it was 2 issues of like fight packed, like kind of invincible fight all through the 2 issues. And because the other issues there's a lot of action, but at the same time there's the detective kind of story. So he led me to do a bloodbath for 2 issues.
Yeah. So. I was going to say, do you enjoy that? Because you're known for your slice of life style commissions that you like doing. Do you find that you like one or the other more, or are you happy doing kind of both, the more relaxed stuff versus the more action intense pack stuff?
I like both. The slice of life commissions became pretty popular. Also, there's a lot of work with all the slice of life commissions are set on the cities like New York, or and it's buildings and everything. But I like to draw action. I really enjoy to draw action because I'm very influenced by manga, and but I enjoy a lot of doing quiet scenes, like
Well, Maxi, one thing I was going to put on here and I forgot to add it, and we'll read Kazra in just a second.
I was going to say, I
But
just wanted to pull back Kazra's
yeah, go ahead and read
awesome
his
comment
comment, because
here.
that's such high praise. That is such a good, and I second that, and I'm sure everybody in the audience will third and fourth it. But
Oh yeah,
Maxi's art is
he's
brilliant.
great. He's
I
great.
mean, very supportive, very supportive.
Yeah,
and
yeah, he's
super,
great.
super nice guy. So
that
awesome.
was because OEX was my very first show that I did in my life.
Oh, really?
Oh, wow.
And that was as close to my
That's
heart.
Impressive.
And
Yeah.
they always take care of us, you know, like they're really great.
Well, my goodness, you're hitting all the. I mean, OAX is like the biggest art, for an art fan, the biggest art show. And then you did New York Comic Con. I mean, you're like hitting all the big. For someone that I would have thought that you were like a veteran of the con circuit for as many of these big.
No, because I moved here 3 years ago, and I didn't do shows in Argentina because even if I was doing some comic work, I quite live far from where they made the shows, and I wasn't in the environment, and since I moved to the US and I met Mark, I started doing conventions, and always was my first show with an actual table and taking commissions and talking with people. Yeah.
Dang.
I'm gonna say I'd imagine that's a great show to be your first, because it's, like you said, it's so art centric and it's not as overwhelming as some of the bigger shows where you can kind of get those conversations and let people actually take a moment to look at your art and flip through it and chat with you about it and stuff. So
talk, just talk. And because I did New York after OEX, and it was, I was dragging myself to the hotel last day.
Yeah.
Well, I saw your pictures from New York Comic Con, and they're just like crowds of people around your table. And some of them are walking through, some of them are standing there waiting for your art.
Yeah.
And I thought that's got to be such a contrast between OEX, where you could actually talk to people and still get a lot of commission requests. And we'll talk about that in a minute too. But
and I always do pretty well in OEX. So it's always busy. Every year is busy for me, and but I really love OEX. That's why I always back and they take care of us.
We've talked to quite a few artists that have really bragged on OEX and talking about how profitable it is for them as an artist, but not just the money wise, but to actually get to talk to fans and build a fan base that they may not.
It's fulfilling, yeah. Not just pocket wise, but just like inspirational wise of just being surrounded by other artists and like-minded people and everything. So
and I realized doing conventions that, I mean, I did OEX in New York. I didn't do many of them. I want to go to Heroes because I heard a lot of good things about Heroes.
Heroes is great.
But when you start doing
Heroes too.
Yeah, when we start doing conventions, you realize that it's pretty much the same people always. Like the same faces, and that's
he's not wrong.
It's great.
He's not wrong about that.
No, it's great. It's great.
Yeah. Well,
I like that.
Well, before I wanted to give you some praise, and before I forget your praise, I meant to take a screenshot of this, but I looked up several reviews for your Lost Fantasy 5 and 6 run, and they were very complimentary of your art overall. But one of the things they said, I believe it was issue 5, they were talking about how it was just action from the start to the finish, and they really were praising your fight scenes that you did and how well you composed those. So you said that you prefer maybe a quieter scene, but how much fun was it to draw some of these fights, especially with the big swords and that kind of stuff?
It was really fun, and that's a quite scene.
I was going to say, speaking of crazy fight scenes,
Speaking of crazy fight scenes,
and the sword is bigger and bigger every page. It's like the sword is growing.
That manga, play with it. So,
that's awesome. Man.
And I mean, Kurt, the writer, let me do whatever I want. So, he didn't do corrections and in action. I mean, there's a lot of room for action.
Yeah.
But like that. Well, he was clear with the invincible kind of fight. That's the only note he gave me.
So yeah, very
This
over the
isn't
top,
this.
very very bloody, very violent.
Yeah, like a high pressure blood. Like
Yeah.
in manga, when something is chopped or anything, this blood, the blood is high pressure, like it's jumping around. So I like that, even if it's not make any sense sometimes. Because being honest, this I don't know any sense on the amount of blood, but for some reason it's great.
It just elevates the fight scene.
I mean, movement and the blood is and as I told you before when you asked me about the composition, I mean, the blood is something organic, and you can play a lot with that and use it for direction. So I took my time in this to do action.
I saw you put this up earlier, Tyler, but I want to.
I did, yeah. I kind of interrupted your question or your praise.
No. You're. I wanted to make sure Maxi saw this because this is a really nice thing to say. But so Maxi was a breakout star of the first OAX. One of the fun things about OAX is that we can help speed the inevitable along, and I concur with that as well. And 9-panel really dug those issues.
Yeah, they really dug those issues. Yeah.
And Carl, man, you got all kinds. There's all kinds of praise coming in for you, Maxi. This is just a standout image here, but it's just kind of a summary of everything that you did for the issue as a whole.
Yeah, when he mentioned about the first OAX, I was really surprised as well that how many people, come to table to talk, even if I didn't have many stuff out. And I mean, it was my first show and did pretty well with commissions, and I was surprised as well that of course Mark is doing a great job, like building, help me to build the name and spread the word, but yeah, it was a surprise for me too.
No, that's awesome. I mean, I was gonna say it's just such a great convention because, like you said, I mean, it's just all art, so there's nothing but that to kind of get lost in. So I feel like that helps to kind of then be able to look at everything rather than have toys or other things that's kind of distracting. It's just just a quiet space with artists and getting to see their work.
And they know what they want with the show, so they have a clear picture of what they want, and you can see that when you're there. Every year they polish and improve a lot of. And there's nothing to improve, I mean, probably there's things, but
I was gonna say even for just being our first year, I mean, I was like it felt very professional, like you said. It was like, man, this is only its third year, and this feels more professional than conventions that have been around for I've been going for like 10, 15 plus years, kind of a deal. So it's like you said, they keep expanding and making it better. Not that it's not good enough as is already. It's just improving upon that and adding to it. So.
It definitely brought back the excitement in collecting. The only thing I can compare it to is being a kid and getting to run into a toy store and like, there's so much stuff, it's overwhelming that you can't, like, you're sensory overload, and that's why we felt. And it was so cool whenever we walked by. You were one of the first people we saw that we recognized, and Max, he was like,
it was like, you pointed at us and we're like, no, you don't recognize us. Like, what are you talking about?
Come on.
Yeah, I have a good memory, visual memory. Yeah.
I was like, good gravy. That's impressive. But yeah, it was so cool. There was so much to take in, so much to see. And I keep saying next year I'm going to plan better, but I'll be the same 4-year or 5-year-old kid running through Toys R Us.
Exactly.
Trying to figure out what I like.
Every day I try to make, like, go an extra day, and like this year we went to Universal. Try to enjoy the trip, not just because the first year was we fly Friday and we fly back Sunday. It was just for the show.
Cow.
And every year is just one more day and one more day and one more day.
There's so much you had to do in the area, because I saw other people like Terry Dodson did the same. Like, he went to Disney World after the fact. So
he had pictures of the Rise of the Resistance right on there, and I thought that's pretty,
I saw one in his live,
and as your baby gets older too, hopefully she can come and attend some of that and get to experience Disney and Universal and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, I joke I joke with Mark and I told him I want to do OEX this year because I need to sleep 5 days straight. That's that's the main reason. I ended up taking a lot of commissions and I didn't sleep as much as I want. But
well, there was one question that we had. We were talking about the art and Mark Hay, who's your art rep. But not just that, your early on art. Is there any pieces? This is Ryan Pratt had asked. Are there any pieces that you regret selling or regret not buying from another artist when you had the opportunity?
Well, as I mentioned before, every year I go to OEX. I think I would like to start collecting, like, because I don't collect. I don't have, and I'm afraid that it becomes an addiction.
Nah.
I mean, I'm afraid if I do, don't stop doing it because there's a lot of great stuff. But I would like to buy some. I have some in mind. I have commissions ideas for because I would like to have Nausicaa from by different artists. And no, I don't regret to. I didn't sell. I sell pages. This OEX, I sell a couple of Lost Fantasy pages. But if I really like the piece, I don't. I keep it for me. That's one of the things that Mark told me when I was, not sure about a cover or something. And he said, if you really like it, you have to keep it, because if you sell it,
you'll regret it. Yeah.
That's pretty cool. Now, some of the art you're going to show us later on, are these pieces that you've kept for your personal collection?
I was going to say, you said you held on to some Lost Fantasy pages that Mark doesn't have. So I wonder, are those some pieces that you really liked, or?
I have, can I show you, or?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I have,
I agree. Non-pedal grid. It is very dangerous.
Definitely dangerous. Yeah.
Yeah.
Probably.
Well, here we'll
I was going to say, while we're doing, I like the way Brett Bean. So Brett Bean talks about how he would be the same way. What he'd do is he'd go to a convention, and the money he would get for commissions, he would put that toward buying original art at the show, and that was kind of his treat to himself, was like using some of that, to fund his collecting habits. So I was like, oh, that's kind of a smart idea to, like, get some commissions and then put that maybe toward a piece or something. So
yeah, that's my idea. But what happened is when I, because this OAX, I say, okay, I'm gonna buy some art, but then I'm working a lot, and the show is over, and I didn't have the time to look what I wanted to buy. So
no doubt.
I should just.
And we're as we get to this next part, we'll show some of the art, the color art from Lost Fantasy 6, the interiors that you did. We'll go through that just a little bit before.
I have that. I keep that one.
Oh, there we go.
I keep this one because I like the.
That's nice.
This thing about, it's not, it's a quiet page. There's no action. There's
with the motel, the lights.
It's such a great environment. The interior, you've really rendered it so well. So I love that page.
Yeah, I like this of the the shady place and everything, and the sword like that. Like, this wasn't the script. I just put it in here because I like the idea of the magic and fantasy things in this environment.
That mix,
yeah, like here too.
Oh, that's good.
Because they invoke the sword. He don't have it in the bag or something. So they how do you say, when they invoke the sword with magic? But I decided to just put it behind the wall, and because I like the bed and the sword next to the bed. So
like you said, that mix of like the normal with the strange or the magical.
Yeah. Those are usually the pages I like to keep.
Yeah.
Hold on. Carl said the page on the right. Is this the page, Carl?
He bought that.
Okay.
Dang, Carl, that's a good page.
Yeah, because panel 3 is one of my favorite panels of the issue. I think I told this to Carl because I don't know. I like the how he's lifting the sword, and
Well, you really capture the weight of it. It's that's one thing
Yes.
that, you know, especially with manga, like you said, manga, there's so many, you know, Berserk or Final Fantasy things where there's an oversized sword and getting that heft and that weight of, you know, of the impossibility, you know, man can lift something like this, but it just makes it so intriguing, that kind of weapon. So
yeah, because I feel like the sword is the weight of the sword when he's, you know, lifting it. And I for some reason I really like that panel.
Yeah. That panel with him, like you said, the action and the movement of moving toward this character. And I like that just having just the arm, like that's all you need to just have that, you know that they're about to interact in that way. So,
and all the blood in the first panel is another high pressure blood.
Yeah.
Like you said, yeah, just it emphasizes and adds to the panels, that the movement, and like you said, it, you know, helps with the composition, and it's part of that process. So I love the silhouettes down there. That bottom left is really cool.
Yeah, I that wasn't in the script. It wasn't a silhouette on the script, but you know, it was a lot of action. I think it was like a good stop or pause before, you know.
Yeah. Getting back to the, do you find that when you kind of riff or go off of, you know, the script, like you said, it wasn't in the script, but you felt like it was needed. Do you find that that's a back and forth you have with the writer of where, like you said kind of earlier with, you know, you trust Mike Spicer to do colors? Is that the same with, like, you know, the writer trusts you, like, hey, if you want to do that, totally understandable. And it's like, oh, it works. And, you know, then you can kind of go back and forth on it.
Yeah, as I mentioned before, he didn't make me fix things much. Maybe a small thing, but it's weird, you know, like it's not often at all. So if it works, he you know, he don't have any problem.
Yeah. Do you submit sketches first, or do you?
I was going to ask about layouts or prelims or something.
Yeah,
like
I was going to. Yeah.
Well, this issue was a particular issue because I was working on it the same month that my wife was about to deliver.
Oh wow!
And I did like, I was quite behind, so I did like 3 pages a day. So there's no time for sending.
Yeah,
I sent layouts, but I would
take it or leave it.
Some years ago, I sent like pencils as well, and then inks. But
yeah,
you know, after a couple of years, I started just sending layouts and inks. Sometimes pencils if there's a very specific thing that we have because there's not any sense, but it's faster for me fix it when it's inked that send the pencils and then
wait for that
fix the pencils, send the pencils again. So you know, I work traditional, but you know, if I have to fix something, I can fix it digital, or if I have time, I fix it traditional. But yeah, I usually send layouts and then inks.
Okay, interesting. Yeah,
I mean, layouts is
like that's sorry.
Layouts is my favorite stage of the process, so I try to make it like my layouts are not very polished, but I resolve everything in the layouts.
Yeah,
most of the things.
No, for sure.
Now, I mean, I wanted us to see some more art from whatever art you have. From
I know,
Fantasy, but we got to talk about we got to talk about this cover here because I was not familiar with this, Maxi, and then the description of it is George Lucas and Quentin Tarantino snuggled and had a baby is what they described this book as. So I'm not going to read the little snippet on the side there, but this looks like it's going to be a pretty wild book. Now, how did you get involved with doing the cover for this one?
Well, Kurt is the writer. Is the same writer of Lost Fantasy. He brought me for the cover.
Oh, yeah,
and this cover is for issue 2.
Right.
I don't know when it's come out because of the delays with distillery. I think
Yeah, they had put a May 2026
yeah.
somewhere, but I don't know if that's like you said.
A definitive, yeah.
Yeah, that's not definitive, but it could tentatively May of 20. So it's 2 months it may be out, but it's available for pre-order right now if anybody goes to the distillery and checks it out.
Yeah, I think it's two issues, and yeah, this is for issue 2. So I am excited to see that in the in the shelves.
And these are cool too because these are the bigger like magazine
the
size
square,
ones, which is So
yes.
I regret now not getting. I saw Galactic 1 and I didn't pick it up, and now I'm like, okay, well now I definitely need to get 1 so I can get your 2 cover and then read it as well if it's because I also didn't make that connection. It's the same writer as Lost Fantasy, so
yeah, and I like the format. You have a lot of room for sometimes. Yeah, some people doesn't like because it's a square and the shelf and everything. I think for retailers probably, but I they're putting great stuff. So, and Kurt asked me to do I think the Empire Strike Back.
Yeah.
Homage covers. Yeah.
Was this another one? Then you had to pull up that reference to make sure you got everything kind of squared away.
Yeah. Yeah.
So you
and all the covers are like wrap around covers, and so you have a lot of them.
So those are some of my favorite. I love seeing all the wraparound, and I also honestly love seeing these oversized issues because they stand out so much on the shelf. Like you said, there's just more art. It kind of pops more. So
yeah, and I think this cover, Mark has this cover as well.
Okay,
I don't know if he published yet, but yeah, he has the cover.
I did not see it on the site yet, but yeah, I was curious to see what this looks like. The inks, what they
but he probably is waiting for the book came out and
that makes sense.
It's in the distillery website. But yeah, I think he's really busy, so
yeah. Well, there's you had someone Darian CB, and we've talked about YouTube and the names, not knowing who they are, but another person that is a big fan of Maxi. We got a woo yeah for Maxi from Darian CB. So in my deadpan read there. All right. Now, not to bury the lead, but Mad Dog Morgan. This is the one. Who told you about this one, Tyler?
So yeah, this one that I'm the most excited for because I actually found out about this by Derek Loffman. Derek Loffman backed this project. Right. And this was honestly my first introduction to your work was I was like, oh, if Derek's backing this must be great. And flipping through the art and listening to reading the story, I was like, man, I've got to get my hands on this. So I backed it for the leather bound edition. I'm all in with this one. So I'm excited to get everything with it. So
you have the remark.
I think. Oh my goodness! There we go.
Yeah,
I can show later. Okay.
Okay. Yeah, I was gonna say
just a tease. Yeah. Oh my goodness!
This was the very first image of everything. I mean, I just did this just for for fun to try to set the mood and end up being the cover.
Mission accomplished. That is.
Yeah, that's exactly. Yeah.
It's a little small. I mean, it's 11/17, but the drawing is more. Like if you compare the.
There you go. Yeah, interesting. Yeah.
Still,
you got all you need in that image.
About to say,
yeah, but it started with this image. I think before. I think don't remember if the script was finished before, and yeah, we decided to do the cover, the main cover, because I did other covers for the retailer version.
Yeah. No, I think that was such a great choice to make that the cover. So
yeah, and you all went over and above what your goal was for your Kickstarter, and it was like 400% of what you all had said as your limit. So this one, there was quite a few people that are excited about this book. And this was the New York City, New York Comic Con 2025 Ashcan cover.
I have I still have
That's
this.
All I was hoping to see. Yeah.
Oh yes.
I have still all the Mad Dog original art because I have to organize everything before give it to Mark. So I have
have everything. Is there anything in there that you plan on keeping, or?
Good question.
I have to think about that.
Yeah, I was gonna say there's so much good art
Maybe.
just from what we've seen. So, yeah, what a crazy cool cover. I mean, just those characters. Yeah, that's just
Yeah, I don't have the Ashcan and
Yeah.
and the cover I work with this cover is colored by Mike Spicer, but the other is colored by Patricio Del Peche, which is the colors of the book. Both did a great job with the vibe of the book. Right?
I mean, yeah, just gorgeous. Yeah.
Jerry had a good comment. He said it looks amazing in black and white. That would be a great cover, just the black and white image of it, the sketch cover there,
or
for
print or something. Yeah, it's just always so cool to see
really
that original line work. Along with the amazing colors, like you said, by Mike and the other artist. But
and you say you have the letterbound, so I remember because the publisher did the Kickstarter, and then I don't have dates and everything, so I don't want to say something.
No, don't. I think
that there's gonna be a comic store edition later this year.
Okay.
And in the Kickstarter, well, I think it had 2 tiers. One with the letterbound. I don't remember if there's remarks on the letterbound edition.
I don't remember seeing
it's something that they add before.
Yeah, so here's the leatherbound exclusive edition that was pulled from the
you should check, because there is one of the tiers was with remark, and I think the book is out of printer, or is about to be out of printer, and they're gonna send the books to sign. And they did.
Definitely have to check. Yeah.
I don't have the book yet, but I have this from the lab.
Oh, the slipcover. Yeah. Super cool.
This is another book of them. And
nice.
Mad Dog is gonna be the same thing, but with Mad Dog inside. So it's with a slipcase. Really cool. And
I'm definitely looking for. I love a good slipcase, and
the
hardbound editions. Yeah, they look gorgeous. The black and gold it just pops so well.
I can't wait to have my. They're coming. I think they are shipping around April.
I was gonna say April. Yeah, it was when the Kickstarter said. So
I didn't see the letterbound edition yet, but the other one is gonna be like this. And I think the comic stores editions. I don't remember if it has like sweet the slipcase or not. I don't want to say something
I'd
that
imagine,
is not.
I was gonna say, I'd imagine probably it'd be like the base, because like you said, there was the 2 tiers. There was the base tier, and then there was the top tier with the leather. And I think the base one just had just the book itself. So
and there's different covers. I think there's some variant covers. I don't know if I have to talk about some things, but I don't think everything is advertising. So
yeah. Now, did you get a copy, or did you order one of these shirts, Maxi, that has?
Me? I think they're gonna probably send me. I don't have the Ashcan, the New York Ashcan.
I guess I shouldn't say order. I mean, did you? I was hoping that you put in to get you one of these shirts, because this would be pretty cool to see you wearing it at conventions and different signings and things like that. Self promotion, man.
Yeah, and I have. Let me know if there's a moment that we show all the art, or I can show you the.
Yeah, we'll do it right before we get to the OAX. So we're just going to flip through and show some of the art from.
Just grab some of the pages off the Kickstarter there. So.
Yeah, and then we'll get to the actual the originals here. But
I keep the. I don't know if I'm gonna keep the house, because
I love the house. It's so
good.
It's very reminiscent of the Me You Love in the Dark from Skottie Young. That same kind of, or very similar gothic-y. I just love that style of house.
Yeah, I did. It's a mix of different houses that I've been, researching and designing, and it's a mix of a couple. But I wanted to, before start this page, I wanted to, the crazy perspective and everything. But I ended up deciding, a black mass in the middle.
Yeah.
And some buildings in the back to to let the reader know that this is actual time, because maybe you see that house and you think it's a story set on, I don't know. So I put the buildings in the back, but yeah, I like that.
I like
that,
that
yeah.
page.
That's really
Yeah,
I have
that's
it.
a fantastic
I have it with
page.
me. I have it with me. So let me know when you want to.
Carl says keep that page, Maxi.
Okay, I'm gonna. Okay, Carl.
He gives you permission.
That's a good call. Yeah.
Yeah. I like this page on the left. Just the staring at the mask, the holding it there. There's so many good pages in this that you sent us, you shared with us, but that one kind of struck me. I like that one. But
yeah, the reference was
oh yeah, we'll go back to that.
Adam, the writer, when we pitched this, was the premise was the wrestler meets the Shining.
Yeah,
that's a good.
I didn't. I mean, I watched the wrestler when I started working on this, because I didn't watch the movie before, and it was a great inspiration for that. I love that movie. All the
Mickey Rourke
environment, and it was. I have to research a lot of wrestling, because there's no wrestling where I come from, and so I mean, there were a show. There were a show, I think in the 80s or something, pretty popular, but then it's not like here, like it's an industry, and
right.
So sometimes Adam, the writer, told me in this panel he's doing this movement, and he told me the name, but I have no idea what he was talking about, so I have to research. And because it's a horror story, but there's a lot of action because we mix the wrestling with horror, and try to research about movements. When I reference a lot with Daniel Warren Johnson.
I was gonna say he just had his Superman and Batman suplex move. So
well, his wrestling book that he did, I was wondering how long it'd be before we brought up Daniel Warren Johnson during this book, because he for all the writer or the artist and out there writing or art drawing, Daniel Warren Johnson's is the one that I think of for wrestling. And then I saw this and I thought Maxi's going to join that echelon up there with
ranks,
DWJ. So
he's a great reference.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think this book is.
But the creepiness too, it goes quickly from like you said, the wrestler. You have that image of your mind, of that movie in your mind.
I love that blend.
Yeah,
because it shifts really quickly.
The liquor story scene is like more like a David Finch, David Lynch.
David Lynch.
I mixed up on the comic artist.
You said Finch at first, but I knew who you were talking about. Yeah, that's a different. Yeah,
and then action, and then creepiness.
This page on the right too, just is one of those insane pages that you can't wait to see, how the story unfolds for it.
Yeah. Like you said, the colors just really complement your line work, your inking. So
yeah, he did a great job. Well, the idea was, you can use a specific color for horror things, right? But at the same time, wrestling is more pop-up colors.
Yeah.
So we tried to have both. True. Because we wanted to keep the wrestling, I wouldn't say colors, but the wrestling, the clothes in wrestling are really saturated colors.
Yeah, very vibrant. Yeah.
So I think we did a great mix. A great mix between horror and wrestling.
Another image of the house there too in the top left panel.
Yeah.
For that, just a smaller version of that big splash page that you did.
Yeah, it's literally a character of the book.
I love that. I mean, it's environment stuff is right up my alley. And I love that too. I mean, it seems like that's your wheelhouse is when you blend stuff. Like you said, Lost Fantasy was the fantasy and magical kind of elements or normal elements, and then like this one is the horror with the wrestling. And I think, like you said, I'm also drawn to those types of stories where it's not just one singular. As much as I love those, I just love the blending of two different elements, especially this where it's like wrestling and horror is not something that jumps to mind, most people think, but seeing this, it's like, oh yeah, this works. This totally works, even just seeing these pages. So
absolutely. All right. So
I don't think, or at least I don't remember a horror and wrestling, but the Power Bomb, I don't remember, it's horror. There are horror elements.
Yeah.
Or I think so yeah, we had a lot of fun this.
I think I'm very excited to see the art. That's why I was looking and seeing what we had next. The next topic that we have is OAX. So if we want to use this portion to show your art that you've set aside for us to see, Tyler, did you have a segment later on to show the art, or is it okay to show it now?
No, I was going to say this is perfect. Yeah, we don't have a specific section. I didn't place that in there. So yeah, whenever works best.
Okay, I was just making sure. I didn't want to interrupt something, but yeah, if you want to blow Maxi up, we can just let him loose with all the art that he's got.
Yeah, definitely looking forward to getting this.
Yeah, I have practically 160 pages, so I choose just 4 or 5 of the.
That's completely fair.
No, we appreciate that. But even though we would be excited to see all
this
160 pages.
Oh, look at that.
The house that.
Oh, that's awesome.
That is just gorgeous.
I think I have somewhere all the houses I did before this one.
Yeah.
Well, that would be fun. Yeah, that'd be fun to see how they transition,
Yeah, the before.
This one of my favorite pages.
Oh wow. Just the imagery, yeah.
I can have enough of flesh like monsters.
You do it so well, though.
I know, it's very like Akira, almost like again like that, just like the the intertwining, intestine-looking creatures is just I imagine it's both fun, but also a lot to draw, like you said.
Oh, I like that one. Yeah,
that's so pretty. I love too the paper you're using. Like it's not the traditional, like the art, the inks really pop and stand out. I really love seeing that.
This I start using the ones with the blue.
Okay.
Yeah.
Outline
the professional comic boards with all the sizes and trim. These are not with that paper. So
is that because on the commissions that you did use for the commissions, you use the back of the Strathmore, the blue lines? So is it the same type of paper that you use for your commissions that you?
Yeah, it's the same. It's the same. The difference is that sometimes they have the blue thing.
Right. Do you find that it's more freeing this way without the blue lines, or does it help having that
for commissions? Yeah, for commissions, I like doing it wide open. This. Yeah,
but the page is easier, I'm sure, to keep it in the blue lines. Oh wow.
This is probably one of my favorite panels of all the stories. A small panel, but I really like this one. With
I love the hair. Just that little breaking the panel there at the bottom.
Yeah, that was the last page we looked at before we showed the art too. So that I think that set a perfect creepy tone for the book.
Yeah, this is an unused cover.
Oh wow,
I like that. Nice.
Which is
very Full Metal Alchemist with the eyes. I love that. Oh, that's so cool. Yeah, I've got to get one of these pieces with the house on it for sure, because it's and I love too the trees being inverted, that white. It's just such you bleed it into the void of the page, which I just really love.
And the last one,
it's been such a treat. Thank you for showing this stuff off, because it's so cool to see.
Oh yes.
Oh yeah.
This one has still the red. I love red here.
That's awesome.
And for this book, I leave the inks pretty raw, like almost as I scan it.
Mm-hmm. I love the silhouette just breaking that up in the front there. I noticed too, you have a lot of puddles or like reflections in your artwork, like whether it's the blood in Lost Fantasy or the house shot. Is that something you find you like adding to things,
Yeah,
like
like
having
this.
reflection stuff?
Oh,
Yeah, I love that. Yeah, that stuff is so cool to see.
Yeah, it's. I think it adds
that's a
some
great effect.
It adds so much depth. I mean, it's one of those things where it's almost like it's opening up a portal to like another world in a sense, which I really think is interesting.
Yep, those are the. I have to organize everything, Mad Dog and clean it a little bit. Those because I learned, but some collectors like. But if you see of my first pages are like ink everywhere when I taste the brush and everything is in the page. It's like or little doodles like here and ink everywhere.
Yeah.
I love that. Yeah, I love the process.
But I start doing more clean original pages lately. Yeah. So if you watch all the first Mad Dog Morgans, it's like ink everywhere. Like
I love the messier the better.
Yeah.
Like
a phone number.
Yeah.
Well, maybe not that so much. Yeah, that makes sense to erase. So
I bought a David Finch piece of art one time that had a phone number on the back, and I never called him because you don't want to call, but you always wonder whose phone number is that on the back of the piece of it. So
that's funny. Yeah.
Well, Carr showed me a Daniel Warren Johnson page and he showed me that he do notes on the back of the.
Oh,
but yeah, it was great.
That's so interesting. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's crazy to see the different processes from different creators. I mean, there's a penciler, and I cannot remember his name. I apologize, but he does a complete prelim on the back of the Bristol board, and then he does the pencils on the other side, and it's almost an identical. I mean, the pencils are a little bit tighter, but you could. It begins with a P. Carla Pag. Gosh, I almost had it for a second. But anyway, you could almost the inker could almost use the prelims to do the art. But the pencils are so tight they could probably publish colors on those without even having an inker. But just the different methodology between the different pencilers and inkers. But I think you're doing it. Whatever you're doing, keep it up, Maxi, because it's working.
Yeah, awesome stuff. Like I said, I'm super looking forward to getting this book and getting to dive in and read it and everything. So yeah.
But the thing that we've been talking about and dancing around for all this time, you're going to get to see some of the wonderful commissions that Maxi did for this year's OAX. And Maxi, do you have any other art that you wanted to showcase before we jump into this, or I don't want to cut any of your art off either.
No. This Lost Fantasy. I keep this one.
Oh, okay. That's
when he revealed that he was his brother.
Oh, I love that. Yeah, the facial like animation of their faces. Yeah.
Yes.
Again, it's not an action page. It's pretty simple, just faces, but I like that.
I mean, I think that stuff, it's just as big as the action, those reveals.
Here's the one that you liked.
Oh
yeah, there, yeah. That's
don't send that to Mark. Maxi, just send it to me. I'll send you a payment. Yeah, don't worry, Mark. Say it's missing, so you're keeping it. Well, I like that one a lot.
That's great. Yeah.
Yeah, this is a treat. We could just look at the art all night. Like
I know, yeah.
You said 160 pages. I'm like,
I'm gonna say, yeah.
No, that's just Mad Dog Morgan. I think 161.
Oh my goodness!
Wow.
Yeah, we could do
it's something that it's something that we did a couple of years, and then the publisher asked for 24 more pages, new pages for the book.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, but 180 almost 200 there. So.
And you said there for people that may have not got in on the Kickstarter, people will be able to buy this book at their local comic shop as well.
Yeah.
Okay. I just want to make sure.
I'm not sure when. but it's gonna be I think the plan was mid this year.
Okay.
But you know, you can like you can know when sometimes it delays, sometimes but they are doing great. The publisher is doing great, so I think it's gonna be around.
Well, that's one of the things that I liked about the Kickstarter was that like all your artwork was done. That was the thing. It was like this, it's a
so
finished product. It's not like we're trying to get it started. It's like, hey, we're gonna get you a book, like you will get it, kind of a deal. So yeah.
There's printing times and of course, right? But the book was. I think that one was one of the good things about the Kickstarter. When the book is done, you have to just print it and ship it.
Yeah. No, it was an easy one to back. Like I said, there was 2 tiers. Book was done. I was like, oh, this is a easy back one. It's not getting lost in like the extra fluff that some kind of get lost in. So yeah.
All right. Well, Maxi, there's a question from the audience. Ask him about the Indian Solari.
This is a friend of mine that he's joking about.
I was nervous asking the question.
Argentinian. He's not an artist. He's an Argentinian singer. He's
okay.
Hola Nacho. Yeah, he told me I'm gonna ask this. So be ready.
That's great. At least you get the heads up there.
Yeah, I was nervous reading the question because for somebody I wasn't sure who was asking. I thought Maxi may be like, all right, interview's over. I'm done. Before we got to
a joke.
Well, he did mission accomplished. He did it. Well done. He says greetings from Argentina. So.
Yeah, he's a friend from Argentina.
That's awesome.
Love that. Well, thank you for joining us.
Thank you very much. Yes.
Appreciate that.
So what we had talked about earlier with you, Maxi, and I said this last week when we had Megan Hodges on from Stupid Fresh Mess as Skottie Young's manager. I had said one of the things that impressed me the most about you is whenever me and Tyler, not the fact that you recognized us. I mean, that was I felt bad that you recognized us because I was like, oh no. But the thing that impressed me the most, Maxi, was whenever we were talking to you about the number of commissions that you had taken. And you're like, I've got 28 commissions, and you're like, I'm cutting it off. And then we found out you took a few more. But the thing that you said after that, you said, I've got 28 commissions. I'm so busy. I just don't know why. And I was like, that was a very, very humble thing to say. Very so much humility. And me and Tyler talked about that later. And we're like, well, we know why, because your art's awesome. You're an incredible artist. But the fact that you still maintain that humbleness, and that you, each piece that you put out, it looks like you give 110%. And we're about to see some of the commissions that you did. But that was a very very sweet thing to say. And we just wanted to compliment you on that when you were on the show here. That that's a great.
Oh, thank you.
Great attitude.
It was
a great attitude.
Because the pre-show surprised me, the amount of commissions. It's, I know it's been 3 years, going to OEX, but it was really busy, and it's hard to say no sometimes. It's hard to say no.
Yeah. No, I was going to say
that's why I decided to finish some of them before OEX.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's why I needed to sleep, but I wanted to
that people pleaser, I'm sure.
I enjoy doing it.
Pieces, for people to enjoy. Because I was going to say it happened with me, because when I was like, man, I've gotten one, but I'm like, I need another now. And it was like, no, let's whole and I'm like, no, I completely understand. I don't want to like run you ragged. That's the other thing too, is like, we want you,
and I did the free sketch and the beginning. So sometimes you are rushing and I like to take the time to the free sketches, but sometimes I have to, rush. I don't want to rush commissions for that, so I decided, okay, if you don't have any problem, that we can ship it to you after OEX.
Yeah,
you and the other customers.
Well, I was gonna say, because I got lucky with that too, being last in line for the sketches. I got right before the cutoff. So.
Well, Maxi, I will say, whoever picked out your commission choices for OAX to put on their page did a really good job selling it, because after looking at those, like I said, I wasn't quite as familiar with you until I started looking at those commission pieces. And me and Tyler and another friend of ours, Seth, who got a commission from you as well, were talking about it. And we're all like, we've got to get something from him. Just whoever picked those out did a wonderful job, because those were such good representations of what, and they weren't just like, this is a really good piece, you're going to get a subpar piece. Pretty much everything that you previewed was what you supplied to the collectors.
The
So
level,
yes.
Thanks, guys. Yeah.
Yeah, Darian CB says the cast and silk commission that they got from you is still on the easel. So,
there you go.
That's I remember that. And this year I had a lot of characters that I never drew before, like Silk, and I did Silk before, but not Cassandra Cain. And yeah, he that guy was so nice. And
yeah, Carl's piece is one that sold me.
I would say Carl's is one of my favorite. The Spidey buying a hot dog. Yeah.
I think the guy from Silk and Cassandra bought Lost Fantasy Pages, if I remember correctly.
Oh, nice.
The bar scene or something.
That's really cool.
But yeah, this year I had a lot of different commissions, like Aeon Flags, which I never drew before.
Yeah, we've got that one in here somewhere. This is the Cyclops and Emma Frost. Our friend Seth, which I don't think we have that one. He got a Cyclops and Jean Grey.
You got that one here too.
Do we? Okay, I'm sorry. I good gravy. I couldn't.
No, yeah. We got a lot. It was
Cable.
Yours.
Because there's this. Yeah.
I say the says Dustin's, and then
this one's
the homage. There's such a good one, man. I love this one.
I'd ask for an homage with battle damage, and you could. I can't point because I don't know where I'm at. You can see the different damage. The axe has been removed. The shredded tape. I mean, he did such a. My mouth dropped when I saw this piece. This was incredible. So
yeah, insane.
I forgot to put. I don't know if I had to put After Dagoda or not. I realized. Oh. I don't think I don't need to do that because it's the most iconic cover. But
I'll get it from you next year. We'll swing by there and grab it. But the piece on the left was your auction piece, and it was the first piece that went up for sale. And Tyler fought after it hard. He didn't realize you were sitting behind us.
I tried, yeah. Yeah, it was funny
because madman.
When you saw me the next day and we're playing with the paddle, like lifting the paddle, because I had to lift the paddle so many times, and then I was like, man, everybody's bidding this thing up. I was like, I unfortunately can't get it, but I was glad to see it. I mean, it's such another great piece, and everybody loves Absolute Batman right now. So I just love the city in that one too. The cityscape in the background is just so cool.
Well, I read the first issues. That's other thing that I want to have the time to read the Absolute thing that's going on.
Yeah, it's worth reading.
But I noticed that the Absolute Batman has like Akira buildings, inspired buildings, where it's so oppressive, that never-ending buildings, and
they play a lot, with the verticality. I mean, Gotham, the city is, like you said, kind of like the House of Mad Dog Morgan is a character in and of itself. So I love the way, like you said, they've done that where it's more vertical in this series. So yeah, I love that. It's so good.
So Maxi, what was the inspiration? What made you decide to do the Absolute Batman for the auction piece? Was it just because of the popularity of the character, or was there something else that kind of pushed you to do that?
Well, first of all, I really like the design. And then when I was thinking about what to do for the auction, I think, maybe do an Absolute Batman is obvious. But then I think maybe it's obvious not to do that too. Yeah. So it was natural. I'm gonna do Absolute Batman. There were a couple, because I thought that probably there's gonna be a lot of Absolute Batman, but there's just a couple. Not as many as I imagined.
That is out of 70
as I would have thought. So
there wasn't as. And the cool thing about this one, if for anybody that goes back to Maxi's Instagram page and checks it out, you posted a lot of progress shots of this one as it was being developed. Another thing that helped sell us on more commissions as we saw each of those progress shots.
Well, it was one of the only two that I was going after in the auction. I was like, I knew I had to try and go for this one because just seeing you in the process of making, I was like, oh, this is going to be great when it turns out.
I have to post more process stuff.
Yeah, we love seeing that kind of stuff.
As many artists, I'm pretty lazy with Instagram, and I have to post more process.
It's a lot of work just in itself. I mean, you're doing the work, making the art and creating it, let alone, having to then, post it on social media and do that stuff. So.
Yeah, I think if we would have got one more drink in Tyler, he would have probably got that piece.
Another thing is the first time I've been in an auction was in OAX, the first one. I never been in an auction before. Of a car, of a house, or whatever. And when the time goes by and the people start drinking more, it gets intense. It gets intense.
Yeah, especially with like the pre-bidding they allowed and stuff. It's just all over the room, and that's what I love. I was like, it's so fitting with yours being the first that the paddle was absolute Batman. So I love that little detail.
Yeah, so it was. I never been in an auction before, so first year was crazy. See the people. It's crazy to see the people, bidding for your art.
Yeah. Which character did you do that first year?
It was a slice of life Spider-Man, and then.
Okay. And have you did it all 3 years?
Yeah, and the second year was a Spider-Man. I sent you the picture. It was a Spider-Man with the octopus.
Okay, we've got it. It's coming up here then. I thought that was one of this year's.
Okay. So the action moment is a mix between because you are there, and you are the artist, and you're seeing people bidding for your art. So it's exciting. It's uncomfortable in some way, but it's fun.
Yeah. I was making sure we saw because the piece on the right.
I was gonna say I didn't want to skip. So
I didn't realize we had jumped over to that one.
Now we're on to my piece here. So this was super fun like you said, to hear you talk about how a new character for you, one that you haven't drawn before. So
I don't have many manga commissions.
I'm gonna say I love the scarf. Yeah, the way you got his capture scarf there, just swinging into the frame is just such a great detail. So like Carl said, just seeing this piece, done and in person, I was like, this just solidifies that I need more artwork from you. So such a great piece. So one of my favorite manga characters. So
My Hero Academia is one of the pending things that I have to.
Oh, okay.
Oh, here we go. Breaking news. We won't tell anybody. Maxi, that's pretty cool though. That's a big property there.
And you to watch.
To watch. Okay. We thought you were saying like you're gonna work on or do. Okay.
For anybody that doesn't know, there's a few things that Maxi can't talk about. So we thought one had slipped.
No.
Oh my gosh.
Watch this show. Watch this show or read the manga.
Okay, that's another one.
I think there is no people working for manga.
I got
if you are not from Japan or like.
That's very most likely just over. They've gotten a few crossovers. So actually,
that's
Ryan Otley did a cover for one of the volumes, an exclusive that he got to do, and Joe Madureira did one.
Sure.
But for the manga itself,
more monthly. I think they publish. I don't know, every day.
They're like they talk about not getting sleep. Yeah.
Now the other thing that we've got, the Aeon Flex. Was this the first time you'd ever did that character? You had mentioned it earlier, and I thought that's what you said.
Yeah, and I remember because I have one of the images I have in my mind when I was a child is that eye with a fly, and I think it's the opening. There's an eye, and a fly.
Oh, landing on it, right? Yeah. That scene.
I saw that picture when I was a little kid with my grandma. How did I hide in my head since then? Because it was like a creep, but
yeah, intense.
It's a weird show. Yeah, I liked
it. Just another great piece. Yeah.
Now, the one on the right, this was the auction piece that you were referring to with the Doc Ock arm.
Yeah, the last years.
Okay.
Okay.
That's super.
And the Spider Punk is just, that's incredible.
I know. Yeah.
Yeah, that was from a guy who collects characters in climbing the Iron Man throne made of Iron Man pieces.
Did you see it zoomed in, Tyler, because of different Iron Man armor?
I did, yeah. When I saw this one, I was like, wait a minute. I was like, those are Iron Man masks. So yeah, that's super funny. Awesome. Yeah. He's one of my favorites. I was like, man, Spider Punk is taking him out. That's super
so
cool.
Good. Oh, and this is another piece of mine. So this is Sith's. They're the Cyclops and Jean Grey. So our buddy Seth Throb, that's his piece. And then the other piece I've got here, and I'm sure this was probably an unusual request because I wanted Ramona Flowers and I wanted Erica Slaughter, and I said I don't care if they're fighting each other or together. I'll let Maxi kind of do whatever he wanted to with it, and he did an incredible job.
Well, I love Erica Slaughter. I never had someone commission me the character, so I did two. I did a bust and another with background, but just for fun to sell them. I never sell them. I was waiting to draw Erica, and
that's really cool.
And you got a Ramona Flowers for
and I tried to mix find a not too cartoony but not too realistic Ramona.
No, you pulled it off because this is the first time
you nailed it. Yeah,
this is the first time I've ever requested them together in a commission too. So I was really.
I like those kind of off the wall requests. Not ones you see very often.
And speaking of,
I forgot you included the pictures of us with. Yeah,
well, I have a lot of pictures of OAX, and I didn't have the time to make a glimpse, a post with showing the.
Oh, that's fine.
I will do next week probably because I do a lot of pictures with clients and.
I was gonna say I like that. I like that not only were we asking, but Mark was helping you. That you do it yourself to have for your post and everything. So
I want to have the picture with people who commission me something.
No, that's really cool. Yeah.
I wore that shirt to work today, so I'm glad I changed shirts before the show.
That would have been great.
It's the only shirt I own. I am a cartoon character. But no, this was a lot of fun. And Maxi, we had talked about this last week, is that we forgot to take pictures of a lot of our art with the artists because we were so excited about getting pieces. And when you first asked if you could have a picture with us, that's what we're like, oh, can we take a picture too? Because this is some of the, it's not fun just getting the pieces. It's fun meeting the artist and like having these memories created with each of the pieces that you can see. Because having a piece of art on the wall is cool, especially when it's art as good as yours. But to have this memory behind the piece of art and getting to meet people like you makes it even better.
Yeah. I like to take pictures. Ask for pictures. With
Carl is right. Dustin has one shirt. All the money goes to art. Yeah. Yes. He's not wrong. All right, so now we get to the plug section. This is the part where we get to promote you, Maxi. First and foremost, Maxi's commission list is open. And Tyler, this QR code takes you.
I was gonna say so I'll put some stuff up. So this is when I was excited because I wanted to do it with Brett, but then we had to pass over it because he's been inundated with commissions. But you should be able to scan this, and it should automatically create an email to mark@splashpageart.com with the title that says Maxi Dall'O commission, and then says, hey Mark, and then you can fill out the rest from there. So I had this working earlier. Hopefully that works for people. But if not, again, you just email mark@splashpageart.com asking for a Maxi Dall'O commission, and I've got the prices up there. Pencils and inks starts at a bust with the A4, and then the full figure on 11x17 or A4, and then as well as additional characters or optional detailed background there. So, and just some examples. Those are just two of the amazing examples that you can pull up there.
Yeah,
I am on a 4 double guy.
Yes, yes. Yeah, and then I would recommend people getting in on the ground floor because these prices will probably only go up as, I mean, as more and more people recognize the
Yeah.
talent that you have,
Super,
Maxi.
I mean, super reasonable for what, again, like Dustin said,
Very much
especially
so.
those 11x17s where you're just, filling that page with awesome art. It's well worth. I mean, the pieces are just fantastic. So, yeah.
And I think Carl said that was
Thanks.
his piece there. If I'm not, that was so.
I
That's
was
the
gonna say,
hot
I think,
dog.
he was saying he's the one. Yeah, that's one of my favorites of yours. That's where I saw, I was like, oh, the slice of life. I was like, that's so good. Like such, just Spidey buying a hot dog. Such a great idea.
Yeah, Carl.
But
Carl,
yeah,
if you ever want to sell that one, let
try
us
to
know.
tell a story. Like try to tell a story with
Yeah.
just one drawing.
Yeah. I mean, that's what's so great about, sequential art is that storytelling. Like you said, even just a small panel, for Mad Dog, they each tell a specific story and then when put together, make the sequence. But yeah,
Absolutely.
it's you really do a great job of giving a piece of, almost like pausing, a scene, if you will. So
All right. So everybody make sure and check this out. I would, like I said, I would get 1 or 2 or 3 of them just to keep Maxi busy. Maxi's got a lot going on. He's got a newborn. So he's a busy man already, but let's try to get him even more busy.
The 4 months. which is like a lot of work. Yeah.
Absolutely. But he's also happy to do commissions. He enjoys them. And you can tell the enjoyment from just seeing the end results. They are just incredible pieces.
And before we move on, I forgot if you wanted to show, if we could show the one that you shared with before the show, the second one that I got.
Oh,
if
yeah,
you're
yeah. If it doesn't kick him off the volume off that, we can.
Yeah, hopefully this doesn't. Yeah, I guess I hadn't thought about. Let me know if this does. Yeah, if we can't, yeah. Maybe I should wait for the end of the show then, or.
We can try it. Maxi, the piece that you emailed us, we're going to try it. If it happens,
okay,
just hop off on and right back on. We'll get you back.
All right, here we go.
Drum roll. Oh, so good. So good.
Is working.
Okay,
cool. Awesome. So yeah, this was
thank goodness.
Some context. Like I said, I was able to get the sketch card from Maxi at his booth. I got him in Wayshack, and I told Maxi, I said, hey, whatever you want to do art wise. And I just happened to be wearing my Chihiro shirt from Spirited Away. And Maxi saw that and did this incredible no face sketch card piece. And so I was going to get a second commission. I thought I was going to get Aizawa, and ended up going with a no face. And yeah, Maxi showed this right before getting on the show, and I was just like, yeah, you just knocked it out of the park.
Yeah.
Like, just such a, man, the way you capture these characters.
So good.
And like I said, build a page. And you talked about, and you can expand upon about like, the stuff you kind of did with the tentacles or certain elements, the pig heads that you took in. So
yeah, for some reason, tentacles and everything, like it's like in Mad Dog Morgan, they are always in my, in some way. I don't know why. It's just I like to draw monsters and
yeah. No, I mean, he's perfect. And like you said, when he's transitioning into this crazy creature,
yeah,
towards the end of the movie and starting to gobble up, all the people and the food and just turning into a real problem. So yeah, it's my personal favorite Studio Ghibli film. Was my first one. My dad brought this home, was like, hey, I heard this movie was great. Yeah, exactly. Just scan the QR code. Exactly. Yeah. But yeah, he brought this home, and this is where I fell in love with Studio Ghibli movies. So yeah, super excited to get this piece and hang it up. It's just, such a cool.
Yeah, probably
concept.
Mark is shipping it to you soon, because I gave her I gave him the piece, I think 2 days ago.
Okay.
But it was finished before, like a week ago. But he was on Seattle, so
yeah, I was gonna say all the it's con season popping up. So yeah, all kinds of busy work.
I almost went to. I said right. I almost went.
Oh, to ECCC.
Okay, to Seattle, but it was too much. because it was just a couple of weeks ago, and then the baby and everything. They can go, and my sister was here for visiting and meeting the baby, and I was I can go.
I'm sure a nice kind of break.
Yeah. And Maxi, don't feel, I mean, so Tyler commissioned this on February 22nd, so that's 17 days ago. I'm waiting on commissions from March of last year, so don't feel bad. Don't feel bad.
March, wow.
Yeah. 17 days is nothing to wait, but I'm sure Tyler will be very excited to get this piece in hand.
No, 100%. Yeah. So scan the QR code, get your commissions in. We've made it as simple as we possibly can for people. So
yeah. So hopefully this works. Hopefully everybody gets it. And if the QR code for whatever reason doesn't work, which I'm sure it does, the email address is right there at the top. Mark,
right there at the top, right there on the bottom. We've got everyone covered. So,
but so far everything, Tyler, all the QR codes that he's put up have worked perfectly. So I'm sure this one will too.
I triple check them. Yeah.
But Mark also, Mark, I hadn't messaged Mark in a long time. I used to buy Walking Dead art from him when Walking Dead pages were issued from Charlie. So it was cool. Whenever I saw you were represented by Mark, hey, I was like, oh, that's awesome. That's good. I get to
familiar face.
With Mark a little bit. Yeah, good guy, good guys. You picked a good rep for that.
Yeah.
Well, it was a happy accident, because.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I moved here 3 years ago, and I'm gonna do short. When I moved here, you're moving to another country, so your social life is reduced to, in the beginning, to your wife. And so on my breaks, when I finish a page, I try to cover some ground and go to comic stores to, see where I'm living. And I walk in a comic store, and it was this guy, and I start talking and ask him about, hey, there's any show coming, like comic show in Dallas, because I'm in Dallas, and because I'm an artist, and he was the owner of the comic store, and he told me, hey, I'm our rep.
Yeah.
And he gave me his card, and when I read the splash page, I said, I know who you are, like, because he represent many Argentinian artists, and
oh, cool.
So I was familiar with his name because of this artist post, on Instagram, and so I know him before, but it was, I just walk in and start talking with him, and he told me, okay, if you have time next week, bring me your stuff, we can lunch. And
wow,
and he's basically my neighbor, because he run a comic store 15 minutes away from my home. And
wow,
and that's really cool. Is how I just walk in one day, because I wanted to visit comic store here when I was in. And
that's really cool. Yeah, that happened. I mean, we're glad it did, but it's that's really cool to just happenstance.
Yeah, I mean, if I maybe not do another thing that day, I probably never went to OAX or New York and everything. So I think like that.
One thing led to another. So that's
a door opening. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Love it. But one last time, make sure and scan that code. Get a commission from Maxi. You will not be disappointed. Skottie Talk 100% guaranteed.
I was going to say on this next slide, the next slide, we've got a QR code for original art for sale as well. So the stuff that Dustin was talking about, the pages and everything that Mark has, this will take you to, the link will take you directly to his artwork. But the simplified link is just splashpageart.com, and then you'll scroll down, you'll see Maxi Dall'O, and then you'll see all the pieces on the right there. That's just, again, a short section of all the great stuff that's on there currently, with Bust, Lost Fantasy covers, pages. So anything Maxi related is all there. So,
and Maxi, Mad Dog Morgan will be on here whenever it gets released. You said you're going to be releasing the pages through Splash Page. Ask him for a friend.
I have to bring the box and start, because it is a lot of work, 160 pages.
It'll be 158, because you're keeping the house page and I'm keeping that one page. So we'll take some work from Mark. We'll make it easier on him. So
there we go.
I'm kidding. but yeah, make sure support Maxi and Splash Page Art, and a lot of the Lost Fantasy issue 5 is up, including those 2 covers.
Yep.
And then like Tyler put in there, there's some bust in there as well to check out, and some just
some
regular
really awesome
commissions.
pieces there. So
definitely worth checking out. Carl, I don't even want to share this comment. He says, "Get in line, Dustin." 160 pages. There's going to be plenty to go around. But you got to be fast to get that page for me, Carl.
Exactly. You had given us this, the New York Comic Con tentative. Hopefully that you'll be there October 8th to the 11th. So.
Yeah, I mean, the idea is go this year again. As I've been in New York 2024. I didn't. Last year was 1 month before my child born, so it was and the idea is go, but we are waiting for application stuff and everything. But the idea is go this year. So hopefully I'm gonna be there this year.
And hopefully it coincides with some of the new projects that we had talked about before the show, plus with the release of Mad Dog Morgan and your regular commission list. It should be a busy show for you if you get to if everything works out and you get to go this year.
Yeah, I'm doing this image thing. The idea is, the plan is, I think, September, October, to be published. So it would be great to bring in that from New York, and it's a project with Core Pires, the same writer of Lost Fantasy, and
cool,
awesome. That's really cool. Yeah.
And we say this to any of our guests that come on, whenever you have a new project like that launching and you just want to talk about it or show art from it or anything, you're more than welcome to come back on. Just shoot me or Tyler a message and we'll get you scheduled in there. But we always love to see any new art that you produce, especially for a new project like that. So looking forward to that.
Yeah. And then just final page here is just his Instagram handle. So again, you can scan that. It'll take it straight to his Instagram, or you can look at Maxi Dall'O. And that'll take you to his page as well. So again, lots of good stuff on there as well in the social feed.
Yeah, doing some of the research for this discussion that we're having in this talk, this hangout that we're doing tonight, it was really fun to see a lot of the art that you posted early on in your career on Instagram. And then just kind of see the evolution of your career. So I recommend anybody taking a deep dive to your Instagram.
Yeah, no, 100%.
Yeah, before it's full of a picture of my baby, you have to, go now, because
I honestly love that too. I mean, it's something, because I keep my art and my personal Instagram separate, but it's like I love seeing that, like just posting your family stuff and posting your art. I mean, that's it. I mean, that's the life. So
yeah, by the time I got done looking at it all, I was like, I know Maxi's family, I know his wife, I know his kids. It was great to get to know you. But anybody can check it out and see all the art. But like I said, the Studio Ghibli art. Did I say that right, Tyler? Did I butcher?
Yeah, Ghibli, yeah.
Yeah, okay, I got it. I'm going to learn how to say it one day, Maxi. I'm sorry. But some of those early pieces are a lot of fun. And you could see that you were getting into the art. You were having a lot of fun with the different techniques and different styles. So I guarantee you won't regret going down there and just spending a half hour looking at his Instagram feed.
No, not at all. Yeah. Well,
you want to explain this?
I was going to say, we've reached the point. I don't know if we told you about this beforehand, but this is our split in the show where, we've gone through, promoting your stuff and talking about your artwork and everything. So if you need to go, that's totally fine. Totally understandable. We've kept you for 2 hours and we greatly appreciate you, sticking around with us and chatting. And so after this point, we're just talking about the favorite things we brought up, other comics coming out, promoting, other artists and stuff. So if you're willing or able to, you can stick with us. But if not, then like I said, we totally understand and thank you for the time you've given us.
I can. You say if they can talk about a future project or?
Oh yeah, we definitely want to do that first. We didn't know how much you could talk about that.
I was gonna say whichever.
Yeah. Okay. I'll just.
Okay.
I understand the pills, so I have to decide.
Gotcha. Yeah, so it's the Matrix. So in the Matrix, they have
no. I know.
Gotcha.
Which is
the context? Yeah.
So in here, so I have to decide to keep talking or not.
Yeah.
Okay, keep talking. Yeah, keep talking.
Yeah. Okay, good. Okay.
I like that. I like that simplification. Yeah, I think we overcomplicate it. Yeah, it's like keep talking or not.
You're only like the third person we did this with, Maxi, so we haven't worked out the kinks yet, but we're getting there. So.
Gonna iron it out. Yeah.
So this is one of the things that we had talked about whenever we asked you what your favorite things of the week were, and me and Tyler both have favorite things of the week that we discuss. So we're Maxi, I'm sure Carl said, "What am I getting myself into with these pills?" So, Maxi, so one of the things we're going to talk about the book that we had talked a little bit about earlier that you mentioned, but before we get into that, this was my favorite thing of the week. I'm not sure if you know about the McDonald's hamburger, Maxi, the new arch, the big arch.
Yeah, I know that.
Well, this CEO that took the smallest bite possible and was talking about how good it was and how he ate for lunch. It has cracked me up so much. The parody videos that have come from this.
Yeah. It was such a hilarious. Yeah.
Last year for April Fool's, Skottie Young and Megan released a variant cover of I Hate Fairyland that it was the cheeseburger variant. And I'm putting Skottie and Megan on the spot and asking them to sample their product on camera with a bigger bite than the CEO for McDonald's. So that is one of my favorite things of the week.
I'm eating more burgers since I moved here.
Oh, that's probably not a good thing, Maxi.
Yeah, we love our McDonald's here in the
yeah. My third and fourth chin are evidence of I've ate too many burgers here lately, Max.
I was gonna say, we just had a Big Mac just 2 days ago. So
yeah, the Wendy CEO. I have not tried the Big Arch yet. It's supposed to be, I think it's like 1,300 calories or something like that.
That was fine. I was like, it's a bit much for me. So
just a little bitty baby bird bite.
Yep, tiny little bite.
Speaking of pills, my other favorite thing of the week, Mike Posner has released a song. I don't know if you all know, back in 2015, I think it was, he released his other song about all the struggles that he had and the drug abuse and all that good stuff. Well, he's got cleaned up. I love a good story where people
playing off that. I thought this was great. I hadn't heard this before I saw your image, so
it's really cool. He released a video and he's talking about going back to Ibiza. The Avicii or whatever the producer's name that had died.
Avicii, he was cool.
Yeah. That he had passed away a couple years after that song came out, but he had said, the original song, all he writes is sad songs. Now he's changed it to love songs. He's gotten married, kid, all that good stuff. Yeah. So I love a good comeback story. So that was one of my favorite things of the week.
No, it's a good, being able to kind of play off yourself like that. So
yeah.
I had One Piece season 2 live action just started up 2 days ago. So I've been super excited for it. So
have you watched any of these before, Maxi?
I watched the first season. Yeah, I watched I don't remember if I finished it, but I think I finished. Yeah, and I like that. I didn't watch the anime, so
I haven't watched it either.
It is one of the things that you need time to start watching it or reading it. So
I haven't read it. I
have a lot of must read and must watch that I didn't read and didn't watch.
No, I hear you. Yeah, like I said, my list is long. So
a lot of anime just takes a lot of commitment to, whether it's animated or the book. So it's hard to if you say I'm going to start watching it, you might as well block out 3 months of your life to just do nothing but watch it.
Yeah, you have to watch like 5 episodes straight.
So I did that. I did that. So I did start the animated One Piece about a year ago or so, and I was watching about 4 or 5 episodes a day, and I blew through like 400 episodes in like little over like 2 or 3 weeks or something crazy.
Holy cow!
I've slowed down a lot now. I'm currently at episode 940 something. So I've got about roughly 250 episodes to catch up. So I'm trying to catch up because it starts back up in April. They're on a break right now, but so I haven't read the manga, but I've watched the anime and really loved it. And funny enough, the live action is what got me into it because I saw this was coming out. I was like, you know what? I've been wanting to start One Piece. Now's the time, as good as any. So I started the anime, watched the live action, thought it was great. And it was cool because I just finished the parts in the anime that they were translating or, carrying over into the live action. So it was fun to see the difference between the two. But I think they've done an amazing job. Season 2 is off to a great start. I think they've got Oda, his blessing, and they're working with him. So I think, it's crazy that this is, one of the first live action adaptations of a manga that's truly, or an anime as well, that's actually like acceptable in the eyes of the public. So it's such a fun show.
I can't remember. I watched something recently animated, but I trying to remember. I am gonna remember probably when we finished. yeah.
Well, Maxi, season 1 had a really high score on Rotten Tomatoes. Season 2 has started off at 100% from the reviews that were in last night. I haven't checked it today, so I recommend finishing season. And they're only 8. It's only 8 episodes for season 1 and 8 episodes for season 2. So it might be a quicker burn than the actual anime version.
Yeah, 1,000.
1,000 episodes. So that's why I started watching it. And the actors they picked did really good jobs with all the roles, I think.
Oh, like who they have for Luffy is just it's Inaki, or I'm like blanking.
Nami. Oh, which one?
Luffy's main actor.
Actor's name. Yeah.
He's fantastic. He's he got Oda's blessing that like you are Luffy. So it's he's super fitting, and just really they each embody their character. So yeah,
well.
super love it.
Good pick, Tyler.
And that was it. I guess I was like, normally there's a lead up to something K-pop Demon Hunters. That was not the case this week. There's nothing K-pop Demon Hunters, surprisingly. So I wish there was. There wasn't anything new to come out, and I've also had quite a last week myself. So it's
Tyler, is there nothing new? Are you messing with me and Maxi now?
Nope, there's nothing. There's nothing. I love K-pop Demon Hunters, so normally I end with something K-pop, but no new MegaCon announcements, no new pops or toys or anything I've seen. So
I don't know if he's messing with Maxi. I don't know if he's messing with me.
No, I'm not messing. No.
Every week we have I don't know. Are you familiar with the K-pop Demon Hunters movie that was on Netflix?
Yeah, I didn't finish it, but I started watching it. But because I never finished things, so
I got a friend like that too.
This thing that I mentioned before. If I have work to do and I'm watching a movie, I feel dirty. Like I can't concentrate.
Yes.
Yeah,
I can't concentrate. That.
Well, to be fair, Maxi, whenever I was working on the slideshows, I was watching movies the whole time and watching TV shows. And you're absolutely right. Whenever you've got stuff to do and you're thinking, I'm just going to do it, I'm going to work while I'm doing it. But I only actually caught probably 30% of what was on the TV. It's hard. You almost have to focus on one or the other. It's hard to give anything part of your attention.
Or maybe try to. When I start, I used to work with or podcast or music and I have to stop doing it because my brain, divides the attention. So for some reason, right. when I work in silence, no music, no the phone on the kitchen, I work way faster.
I'm the exact same way, Maxi. I'll literally have like 8 hours pass, and I'm like, holy cow! Like I didn't. Yeah, there's nothing, no background noise or anything. It's just complete silence. So I don't know. Really? There's just something, like you said, you get in the zone and you just kind of take off. So.
And with the baby, you have to. I have to work with when she's napping and focus on the. Okay, I have 1 hour she's napping. So 1 hour I just nonstop inking or penciling or whatever. So yeah.
Yeah. Now, when I'm at work, I almost have to have that white noise in the background because people make fun of me at work. I'm not a political person, but I'll put the most liberal podcast on, and then I'll in the background, and then I'll switch over to the most conservative podcast, so I can make everybody at work mad, like anybody that's walking by. But I just like having talking in the background.
Yeah,
that doesn't require my attention. If I put on something I like a Conan O'Brien podcast, I'm going to be listening to Conan O'Brien. But if I put on stuff I don't really care about, I can work and just kind of hear every once in a while, catch something, and it helps me get more work done. It helps me focus on what I'm doing. But it takes different people do different things. So
no, it's fair. Yeah.
I'm still waiting for something K-pop.
I used to know a guy who doesn't like like techno music. I say right, techno electronic music. But he used it to work because it's a rhythm that never stops. So he worked really fast with that, but he doesn't even like that. So
that's funny. Yeah,
that does get your heart racing.
It never ends. So it's like,
you can just keep that tempo going the whole time. So.
Well, since we don't have any K-pop Demon Hunter now, this is I don't know what to do, Maxie. I've never had this part of the show happen.
Now, for the last 4 or 5 shows, I've had something K-pop Demon Hunters because I'm a massive fan. I've got the pops, I've got the cardboard cut out behind me. So I'm gonna say the Nostalgia Boys back there. So, I love the movie, love the series, but nothing new. This week, but Artist Alley is our section where we go through with all of our previous good buddies and help promote and show off the things they've got coming up and call them out. So
so Maxi, for you going forward, we'll put New York Comic Con on there. This will be the section that we talk about with other guests, but we'll keep you on there to let everybody know that you're going to be. And if you have any other conventions that are coming up,
anything,
just let us know. We'll promote it. We'll keep promoting it for you.
Yeah, for now it's hopefully New York, which is I have to confirm that.
Yeah,
but
just let us know.
As I told you, as I mentioned, I like to do Heroes someday.
Yeah,
we would like for you to too. That's the one. That's used to be the only one I went to was Heroes in Charlotte, but I added OAX this year, and I think I've got the blessing from my wife to keep going. So as long as I have that blessing and leave her with the 4 kids,
it's the same here. Yeah, same here.
Yeah. So, but Mel Milton is a previous good buddy that's been on the show. Still a good buddy, but previous guest on the show. He'll be at Nostalgia Con in Salt Lake City, Utah, and that is this coming weekend. That's right. Also, MegaCon, which is is in 2 weeks. Gosh, that'll be here for you now.
I know. Yeah, it's coming up. Yeah.
But Brett Bean will be there.
Yeah, I watched the show with him.
Oh, with his live, that he. Oh, our show with him.
Our show, yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah.
We're not used to people saying that, Maxi.
I know, who watching, Brett was incredibly nice for
absolutely
coming back and discussing Dork with us. So I'm super looking forward to seeing. I got to see him at MegaCon last year, but he'll be at booth P81. He'll have original art, Dork books, commission slots, and remarks. So I'm expecting his line to be incredibly long, even though he thinks he'll only get 5 people.
Probably,
yeah. All right. Good buddy Derek Loffman will be in Toronto Comic Con that same weekend.
Yep, same weekend.
So make sure and go and support. This is the big con in Toronto, and he said he will be bringing I Hate Fairyland original art, I Hate Fairyland comp copies, what he has remaining, and of course his creator-owned books, which are incredible. So definitely check that out.
Lots of good stuff there. Yeah.
Planet Comic Con, which is the weekend. Good gravy. There's a lot of cons in March. I didn't realize how many good cons there were, but
I didn't know about this one.
Yeah, this one's in Kansas City, Missouri. This is Skottie Young's hometown con. Well, Heroes is close to where he grew up, but Planet Comic Con is where he lives now.
Yeah.
So he'll be there. Mel Milton will be there along with that boy Chris Peden. Will be there as well, and he'll be at Chris will be at MegaCon as well.
I was gonna say, I forgot to include him. He'll be at MegaCon as well. So I'm looking forward to meeting him in person.
Stupid Fresh Mess just sent out their newsletter today from Megan that has their details for Planet Comic Con. Seth will be there. Hopefully you can see him and give him a hug. Fan Expo Denver. This will be in late May, and Skottie and Brett will both be there. That'll be at Colorado Convention Center. I don't think we have the other one. I was going to say there's one that Mel is going to be at. I wish I remember. It's in Dallas. It's the one that's close.
It's the animation. Yeah, the one with right?
No. The animation one's in Tennessee. It's the one with the Bancroft brothers. But there's
one I remember.
Dallas
Yes, the small one. Yeah, that he'd brought up. Yes, I forgot about that one. Yeah,
I'll have to send that to Maxi because Maxi being from the Dallas area.
True,
Be a con he can check out there. So Mel Milton, there's a con that he said that's in Dallas, and he said it's at an old mall that's just like a big space, and he said it's a good con.
I did that Dallas comic show.
I'll have to Tyler.
I did that one last year. It's in the mall.
Okay, that's probably. And Mel said he tries.
I think it's Dallas Comic Show. Yeah, I forgot about that one. I did that one.
Yeah, Fan Expo Dallas. It looks like.
Well,
so.
Fan Expo is huge. Yeah, I've been there.
Yeah, they've got
Yeah.
Is there
No, the Dallas
one?
Yeah, there's one, and it's in it like Maxi said, it's in an old mall.
Yeah.
There, and I cannot. Oh, it's bugging me. Like you said, Maxi, we'll remember it as soon as the show's over with. But you're familiar with it, which is good, and hopefully, yeah. We'll have to add that to future shows. But last but not least, Heroes Con 2026, the second.
Yeah, and the
weekend of
guys who
June.
organize that is always in OAX.
Okay, cool. I didn't realize that. Mel had talked about it a little bit when he was on the show, so yeah, we'll have to do a little bit more digging on that one just so we can bring it back to this Artist Alley. But Heroes Con is in second weekend of June. Previous good buddies and on the show, Skottie, Jamie, Jared are all going to be there, and make sure me and Seth and Tyler and all kinds of other good buddies are going to be there as well. So try to check it. Hopefully, Maxi, hopefully you can make it there one day, if not this year, 2027. We're trying to get Derek Laufman to come in 2027 as well. So since he signed up for your Kickstarter, Maxi, maybe if we tell him you're coming in 2027, he'll come as well.
Yeah, hell yeah.
So
also come,
we'll use you as the bait to get him here. So, and then we'll get both of you all there. So, all right. Any new items in your collection this week?
Yes.
Maxi, this is the part of the show where we show anything, kind of showcase any art or collectibles that we got in or books that we just purchased. If there's anything you want to highlight that just came in for your collection, you're more than welcome to.
I'll say I'll start it. So I had my Phantom of the Opera, my next Universal Monsters cover coming in there. So yeah, super shiny and reflective. But yeah, love this one from Skottie. So, and this is my favorite series. I've got one more that I'm really hoping for that'll be next, hopefully. So fingers crossed. And then speaking of Mel Milton, I got my ECGC exclusive Mel Milton dork cover in. So super excited to get this one in. His piece was just so awesome, and it looks so cool in person. So it's got their fancy certificate there on the back, which I really like. So very cool. And then another dork to round it off. I got my thank you
variant.
Yeah, my thank you variant for dork. I unfortunately missed out on the second printing, which thankfully Seth was able to actually grab for me today. So, but I'm glad I didn't miss out on this. I've got a friend who knows that I'm a big, Skottie fan and now dork fan with Brett Bean. So super cool to add.
The orc is one of the things I have on the list to buy and start reading.
Yeah, it's
very good pick
crazy because issue 2 only just came out. So yeah, super fun read. I gotta pick it up this weekend.
Yeah, I had one piece of art that came in that I don't think I can show yet because the published cover hasn't. It's the one I showed you and Seth, Tyler. I'm done. I'll save it for another show. Maxi, is there anything you collect or anything like that doesn't have to be books, or can be statues, action figures,
music, anything.
Diapers.
The diapers.
No,
miss those days.
The books I showed in the beginning, those are the last things I bought. It's not this week, but this is the last thing.
Here, bring them up here. We can see, because we didn't get that segment in there to put them in the show, so we can let everybody know what you're pushing.
We didn't blow them up too, and for fear of losing the audio. So now that we know that
we're close to the end,
this one's.
Yep. So yeah, Man's Best. I've got a Tower Dungeon I added. Man's Best. I got to add. Yeah, I love that cover too for Man's. They're both great.
Yeah.
And I might have missed this earlier, but how far have you got? You said that you haven't finished. Are you in the process of reading, or are you getting ready to read those?
I'm reading this, and I have to read the Man's Best.
I got you. Okay. I wanted to make sure I didn't get that backwards. But yeah, definitely add those to your list. Maxi, my mouth's getting dry. Maxi recommends those. So, Mackey's a good name as well. But Jerry says Man's Best was a great series, so something to look forward to. Yeah, such a tease. It'll be worth the wait. Worth the wait. All right, new books this week. I actually picked these up today. I looked at Gato 84. I don't know if you're familiar, if you know Jared Cullum, Maxi, and
Yeah,
his watercolors.
the my brain is dry too.
We've kept you on too long.
Jimbo
Sorry.
Let me just.
Oh yeah. Usagi
Yeah,
Yojimbo.
yeah. I'm sorry, I didn't
Yeah.
kind of pronounce that. Yeah,
No. You're
I'm
absolutely
familiar
fine.
with that.
Yeah, this release today. Him and Zach are going to be on the show in 2 weeks, and they actually hosted Stan Sakai tonight on an Instagram feed. But
yeah, they did a live
I
stream, with them, yeah.
I flipped through some of the art, and the art's it's Jared does the watercoloring, and I highly recommend picking this book up today.
It's gorgeous.
There's 3 different covers.
Yeah, I saw the watercolors. I saw that on social media, but
Yes,
a couple of
So definitely check out. And Skottie's cover today for X-Men United #1 came out. Fun cover.
Such a silly,
he
such
did
a great
covers.
Yeah, shout out to Chief Comics. They had mine ready to go along with these covers. I picked up a couple of covers of Dork. It doesn't have the second print. I mean, not the second print. I'm sorry. Cover B, which is by Riley Rossmo. Another with
no, I think it's on here. Yeah. I was going to say that's a great cover. Yeah, I think we just had the C. So
yeah, Carl said he only bought 2 pieces of art at OAX, Maxi's and Jared's. So
there you go. Yeah, both great choices. So
you got good taste.
Yeah, Carl's always supporting from day one.
That's awesome.
And I don't think I even got to
the first cover looks like hand painted, or it's the orc first. The one on the left looks like hand painting, but I don't know if it's hand painting or not.
No, it's Brett. Yeah, it's Brett Bean's cover. So yeah, that's his cover A that he did. So
well, he said it kind of looks hand painted, but I
looks like that. I think I'm not sure.
Now Brett had said that some of the art for Dork had to be digital, so I don't know if this is, and some of it's traditional black. So just due to
I think the covers he was doing traditional, all the covers.
Okay,
if I may be mistaken, but I think the pages he was trying to do digitally just to speed things up.
But this is colored by I'm gonna butcher his name, Jean
Francois Ballou.
Yeah, JFB. So an amazing colorist. So the Invincible crossover on the right there.
Yeah,
really good. All these are out today.
Love that one.
Next week, and this is part of our show. Next week will be the Lobo release. If you pick up Absolute Green Lantern issue 12, the last 3 pages are the first 3 pages of Lobo in that cover, and what was released this week. So if
I was going to say, Seth forgot to confirm whether or not that's with all the Absolute titles or if it was just Green Lantern.
It was not in Absolute Batman 18. I checked.
So so it's just interesting. So just Green Lantern then.
So it may be in others, but that's the only 2 I had. So I checked, and but we'll be talking about this next week. We'll be doing a special and previews. This is just a little hint, as we said a few seconds ago.
We have March coming up,
Yeah, Jared Cullum. And Maxi, you were on this list up until tonight. So we got to remove you from the list.
Yeah, you've had a slide for quite a while. So
Jared Cullum and Zach Rosenberg will be on March 25th to discuss Usagi Yojimbo Kyoto 84 #1.
Yep. Getting
close to the end of the show. Now that we've kept Maxi on and he's getting tired. Yeah, I know there's a baby waiting. Is there any last little tidbits that you want to give us on your upcoming projects before we
anything you want to promote or talk about?
Yeah, I can't show images, but one of the things that's coming up, I think, is June. I did one-shot thing for Mad Cave. We are joining with writer Joe Zeraki. He's doing some writing on Speed Racer.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
A couple of pages, and he had more stuff out. And we did. Mad Cave is releasing this Terror Bites anthology.
Yeah,
which is a kind of Black Mirror-ish kind of environment.
Yeah.
The main writers are Mark Russell and Mark London, and we are joining with a one-shot story for that anthology. That I really like what we did with Joe, and you can give it a chance. I think it's out in June. It was originally a like 120 pages project that we pitched to them.
Yeah.
And they asked us for, they thought it was a good fit for this anthology, and they asked for shorten the project for 20 pages. So Joe did a great job with that. And yeah, it's I think we did something really that I'm proud of. So yeah, that's one of the things.
Maxi, I had seen that too. I'm glad you brought that up, because I tried to find images from that book and I knew it wasn't released yet. So I'm glad you did mention that, because I meant to ask you about that.
Yeah, there's like 6 issues out. Our issue 7, but they're not published anything yet.
Right there. Yeah, I could find no art from you from that one, but I saw that it was upcoming. So I'm glad you mentioned it, because I meant to ask you about that.
Yeah. Then I'm doing some short stories for Bad Idea, for a project called Save Now, which is a comic they just released, but they are doing some short stories. So I work on some of them, and this image thing that I can't talk about yet, but it's gonna be a fun thing with a card game as well. So. But yeah, it's in the makings still, so I'm working on the first arc. But yeah, there's a lot of things coming out this year. Plus Mad Dog Morgan.
Yep.
I'm doing another book with the Lab Press, which is the publisher of Mad Dog.
Right.
That's a thing that is for a year and a half probably. But those are the things coming this year. Hopefully for New York, we can talk more about that.
Yeah,
absolutely.
No, 100%. Yeah, and we'll be happy to share that stuff when it comes out too. Like you know, we'll promote it on the show and make sure to point people that way and pick it up ourselves. So yeah,
sure.
Yeah, that's the same things that you've seen us doing for Mel tonight and Jared and Brett and all that. That's kind of what our show's about. It's not just about having a guest on and then forgetting about them. When you become a good buddy, we're going to keep on promoting your stuff for as long as you let us. So, like it or not. But if there's nothing else, thank you so much for coming on, Maxi, and giving us 2.5 hours. I know with a 4-month-old baby, that's asking a lot from anybody. So thank you for giving us your time. It's very generous, man. Very generous.
Thank you so much, guys, for having me here. I had a lot of fun here. So hopefully we can talk again.
Yeah. No, we would love to have you back. We're happy to bring back good buddies and talk more. So
yeah, and hang on real quick. So after we cut off the show, so we can say our goodbyes. But Carl says, guys, seriously fun time tonight. I know Carl's a big fan of Maxi, so thank you for tuning in.
Thanks, man.
I just want to go through this. Thanks, gentlemen. John, our buddy John's on there. Jerry says, great show. Britton, thanks. So thank you all the people in the audience that have hung it with us for 10 minutes or 2.5 hours, however long. We appreciate it. If anybody wants to be on the show, whether you be fan, artist, or whatever, you're more than welcome. Just contact Tyler Laracy or Dustin Whitney. You can find us through YouTube, or you can find us on Skottie Young Appreciation Group on Facebook.
I was going to say, don't attempt to spell my last name, because you won't get it right.
Yeah, Whitney's easier to spell than Tyler, but you'll find us. We're always around. But thank you all very much. Tyler, I'll let you sign off. And Maxi, anything else before we call it a night?
No, I don't have anything to say. You asked me if I have anything to say, like anything more to say.
Yeah, we just want to make sure we don't want to leave anything.
Okay, no. I just want to make sure they understand right now. No,
understandable.
All right, hang on with us 1 second as Tyler says goodbye to the audience.
Thank everybody for joining us as usual. We'll be back next week. Like I said, we'll be talking about Lobo and some other stuff coming up, and then the week after that will be Jared and Zach. So as always, appreciate everybody sticking around, especially yourself, Maxi, with your time. Like Dustin said, we greatly appreciate it, but as well as everybody who continued and stuck around watching the show with us. But until then, stay fresh, live messy, and we'll catch you guys next week.
Peace.